The following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
I feel like I'm in this tiny chair, so I feel like I'm at a kid's table right now. You can't tell, but like my desk is like up to the chest. I'm waiting for my little Happy Meal to come. And Mom and Dad are right over there.
Oh,
I wish. Miss Dad. Happy late Father's Day to all you dads out there. Hope you had a good one. We're late. Sorry. It's my fault. It's all my fault.
Congrats
my
to
fault.
Henry Cavill, who's going to be a daddy.
So many girls hurt just like broke from the show.
Yeah. A lot of guys, too. Let's be real.
The struggle is real.
It's too early to start with those jokes. It really is. Considering YouTube is demonetizing. They demonetized our House of the Dragon stream. MauLer.
What?
Yeah. That's watching a show for 3 hours.
I was trying to think. We swore a couple times, but nothing that bad.
Maybe it was all the talk about like Sir Kristen Cole going downtown and a child's head.
God, that was like what?
Yeah.
It could be the violent stuff that we talked about. Maybe
That's stupid. It's like it makes no sense. Whatever. Who cares? Welcome.
Naked yoga on YouTube.
And there's naked yoga on YouTube, and now half the audience is gone.
Yeah.
It's dudes. Welcome to the real BBC bagging, boarding, and chatting. I won't be bagging, boarding, but I do have comics to show off some good ones. We found a good comic store. I am currently in Greensboro, North Carolina. We're at a conference for Forbidden Frontier, which we won't get into here, but we had a really good time. And Star Wars has been killed for the how many times, MauLer?
We're looking into the triple digits at this point.
Triple digits. We lost count.
Yeah.
Triple digits.
There's not much left of the corpse. There's a few flakes of flesh that we're trying to identify it, but it doesn't seem to be Star Wars anymore.
It has been thoroughly defiled.
Nothing
thoroughly.
left.
And it's our fault. And it's the royal R. Like you in the chat, X-Ray Girl, Az, MauLer, Critical Drinker, Dead Jester, Doc the Butcher, Lady Aaron D. It's all your fault. Did you know that? All your names are in the credits.
Well,
you wrote
the
episodes.
What can I say? That was the plan. Well done, guys. We did it.
We did it.
The people said when we got together all those years ago in that deep, dark, secret room to say we're going to destroy an IP from our respective bedrooms, they were like, you can't do it. We were like, oh, we can do it just by negatively reviewing things that are bad.
When I did my video today, I actually text Drinker and said, are you free for just like 2 minutes? Because I just wanted to put him on the phone on the microphone and go, hey, dude, did you write the Acolyte at all? Did you have anything to do with it? But unfortunately, he was on a train down to London, so he couldn't do that. But I thought that would be quite funny. Gary was asleep.
I was asleep. But yes, that would have been my answer. And Ron says, I'm so proud of us. I am too. I am too. Well done.
Next time you do that, call me and I'll do a really bad impression of both of them.
Oh, okay.
Oh, let's hear your drinker impression. I want to hear your drinker impression.
Who, mine?
Yeah. No, Az's.
Yeah, fuck, why not? I mean, New Zealand people can do accents.
Oh, go in now.
Go away now.
You know.
That's actually pretty good.
If you give me some time, I might be able to trick someone into thinking I was drinker.
Work on it. Work on it.
Do it.
You know, he always starts out with, after a rough night in Tijuana, you come home and your ass hurts a little bit, but it's not as bad as watching Star Wars.
We covered someone once on EFAP who said drinker was pretentious, and we were like, "This is the motherfucker that starts every video talking about how he got toilet duck in his ass."
Yeah.
Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah. I say, look how pretentious this man is. Goodness sake.
Yeah.
You see, because toilet duck has got the bend on it, which makes it posh, I guess.
Yeah.
They just have straight flat bleach that they squeeze in or something. I don't know.
Okay. How's
right.
it going, Az?
It's going good. I got comics to bag and board. I got some old Batmans which have been done, and then I'm going to be doing some Batmans, and I'm going to be doing some detectives, and I got quite a few Claremont X-Men.
Oh, good.
So I think I'll do the Batmans, and then I'll do the Claremont X-Men's.
Copycat.
I'd already. Hey, no, you're copycatting me because I already got mine before you even called me up and told me about yours.
No, well, I was thinking about it for you.
Ooh.
Oh. So yeah, good, great day, great. Everything's great. Doctor Who, worst rating in the history of the show. Doctor Who, worst overnight in the history of the show. The Acolyte is now literally the internet's play toy of mockery and memes. It's all our fault, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah, it happens.
It happens. But let's be real, MauLer. And we talked about this, but it's the worst Star Wars, sure, but it's not the one that's done the most damage.
It's not the one I hate the most.
No, it's definitely not the one I hate the most. It's astonishingly bad. It's like, it's the meme. It's our expectations were low, but holy fuck.
Exactly.
That's what it is.
They get so much basic shit wrong, constantly contradicting themselves. And just down to like how it fits in with Star Wars, of course, is absolute bullshit. But at least they've not grabbed, like what would have made it probably perfect bad is if Yoda were a main character in it and he was like a useless idiot who's confused and stupid. You know what I mean? Like the kind of thing you'd expect them to do, but didn't for this one.
Didn't they make him a useless idiot in the comics, the High Republic comics?
Oh, probably. But nobody's read those, ass.
Nobody's read those.
I know. I am. Maybe Ryan. Is Ryan? Has he ventured down that avenue?
Ryan, did he read those? I know he knows they exist.
He knows nobody read these. That Drunk 3PO was at a con and showed an author that was pushing an officially licensed High Republic Star Wars book, and nobody came to their booth ever for the entire fucking con. That's a licensed Star Wars product. Think about that. 20 years ago, like somebody writes a Star Wars book, there's going to be people going up, getting it signed, buying it, like just walking by it like it's some. Sorry, folks. Like it's some indie book in Artist Alley, like an indie book in Artist Alley sells better. But hey, Kara, he didn't buy us lunch. Did Kara's husband buy you lunch, Az?
No.
At MauLer?
No.
No, no, whatever. Don't want to hear.
I hope you brought enough for everybody.
Yeah.
Do you want me to feed you through the camera?
How about the chat? Did you buy lunch for the chat?
All
I don't think so.
As here we go.
Oh, Jesus. That's adorable. That's not on your plan. As that's not on your plan. You're not supposed to be eating that, even virtually. Okay. You're not even supposed to be looking at those. Okay.
I'm going to log the calories. I'm going to log them.
Log them. It better be in your next damn video for accountability, motherfucker.
I had a virtual fry.
Do not judge me.
No, it was delicious as well.
MauLer, we should put up a poll right now. What Disney content has done the most damage to Star Wars? Of course, we got The Last Jedi, Obi-Wan.
I don't know if there's enough options on the poll because I would probably want to put all of the 3 sequel movies separately,
Ooh, could you? Okay,
could
we'll do
do 2
Disney
rounds.
trilogy. We'll do Disney trilogy.
I don't know how people aren't picking the whole Disney trilogy before
Well,
any other.
I think that's going to be an easy win if
It's-
you're just doing the whole trilogy.
You got to split them
okay.
up to make it
Yeah.
fair.
So I'll do the 3 movies.
No, you got
We'll leave off. Okay, leave off. How many
We
options
can do
do we
2
have?
rounds. We
Force
can do
Awakens.
2 rounds.
We'll do 2 rounds,
Oh, okay, yeah.
and then X-Ray Girl will do the math.
Oh shit! Yeah, we can do a little bracket. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
We'll do
So-
that. All right.
So we'll have out of the 8, then we can do TFA, TLJ, TROS.
Oh my god, so
And
many
then-
letters. TLJ. What's
And then
TLRS?
It's
mean?
Tafa, Tilge, and
The
Trost.
Rise of
Okay.
Skywalker.
Yeah, Az hasn't even seen it, and he knows that.
I know. I've only seen MauLer's video.
Do you want to throw
I put
the Acolyte
TFA,
in with that 3, so
Uh-huh.
that that'll be the competition for those, like which of those 4 did the most damage, and then the other 4 would be Obi-Wan, Boba Fett, and then I guess
Mandalorian?
Ahsoka.
Ahsoka. I would say Ahsoka.
Oh my god.
Nobody's
I
gonna
didn't
pick
even
Mando.
No, I didn't even put Ahsoka in my video today because I forgot it existed.
Wow.
I was like, I think there's
Right.
another, but nah, I think I've covered them all.
Nope.
No.
You know what? I just don't blame you at all, dude.
I will say I did have a feeling it would be TLJ that would get the dominant. It's just TLJ has cemented itself as the initials of destroying a thing.
Yes,
That's what
sir.
it is. So I guess
Yeah.
the next poll will be TLJ versus Obi-Wan, Boba Fett. Probably actually there you go. Once we get this one done, just change it to TLJ, Obi-Wan, Boba Fett, and the Acolyte. See what the results of that would be. Even though I
No,
think
no Mando.
it looks like TLJ is probably just going to dominate. There's no point putting Mando in. I don't think anybody would think Mando's the most damage. It's
No.
not like Mando season 3's got shit in it, but like, you know, it's yeah, it's not that bad.
It's not as bad as the Acolyte or Ahsoka or Boba Fett or Obi-Wan or The Last Jedi
I can't
The
believe
Force
I forgot
Awakens.
Ahsoka.
or The Rise of Skywalker.
Fucking Ahsoka, dude, with the zombie stormtroopers by ancient witches try to.
Oh, fucking witches, man. I've had it up to fucking ear with witches in Star Wars.
And then Thrawn just losing every single part of his planet, going like, "This is actually a victory."
I plan to lose all these troops. This was a
Yep.
Why?
I see this as a massive win.
Yeah.
Even his team being like, "Yeah,
What the fuck?
okay,
Okay.
sure, man, yeah."
You're right, dude. You're right, Thrawn. Does anybody have any Burger King left over?
Yeah, right. MauLer. Hi.
Yes. Hello.
Hi.
What a week. I've been.
What a week.
So I'm trying to remember. In grand total, right? I've been keeping track of Smiling Friends. Watched the new one yesterday or this morning, I guess. Really fucking good. Really funny. I'm rewatching Firefly. It's going to be 3 episodes per month because I'm watching them with Drinker, and we're doing videos on them in blocks like that until I get them to Serenity, which I'm very much looking forward to. Then you got Acolyte, keeping up weekly on that one, of course. Just started now keeping up with House of the Dragon weekly because that's coming out. And I've only got 1 episode left of Star Trek TOS season 1. I've done 29 of them, which is I have seen the city on the edge of forever.
Yeah.
Ooh. So do you understand why we like it?
Oh, easily.
Okay.
There's some episodes I've come across that I've just been downright like very, very happy with, and even surprised with what they're going for. And I can't remember if it was a different stream, but I was saying like it's just refreshing to, you know, when you see the intent of the writer, but we usually see it in a bad way with a lot of the stuff that comes out. We're like, oh, I see what you're up to. With Star Trek, I'm like, oh, I see what you're up to. Oh, that's pretty clever. Like, that's interesting. And then it's funny when you hit the credits and it's like written by Harlan Ellison. You're like, oh shit.
Yep.
Like, okay.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So it's
There
good
was
stuff.
real writers back then. I can't wait till you see the original Twilight Zone. That's going to be my favorite. When you see this old black and white
Well, I was wondering where you're going to go
fantasy
with that.
noirish. Yeah, like, and you see how good the writing is back then, and just
Oh, well, Gary, I would recommend, especially, I mean, anybody this, but I would especially recommend you checking out the Firefly things I'm doing with Drinker. He's been having so much fun with it. when it's completely brand new to him, but it's so much fun introducing someone to something like Firefly. Because you see them, they're like, "Oh, I love this, I love this, I love this," and you're just like, "Yeah, isn't it great?"
Drinker had never seen Firefly.
No,
Never seen it.
Oh,
Well, this was
lucky
the idea we
bastard.
had because he was like 6 OG Star Trek TOS movies. I hadn't seen any of them, and then I was like, "And you never saw Firefly? It's only a season. I feel like there's an exchange there that could." And he was like, "Let's do it."
and end it with Serenity.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck yeah!
That was a good
as you guys
timeline.
can imagine, he's hyper fond of Mal already. It's like,
Yes.
yeah.
He's like one of the most likable characters ever.
Those are the good days before they turned on CERN and we got sucked into the retard dimension, the multiverse of retardation, and for entertainment. And here we are. Here we are. By the way, hello, X-Ray Girl.
Hello. I have comics. I even are showing it right now.
We went comic shopping yesterday
It was so fun.
and
I
got
was
Boba
jealous.
Fett tea.
And yeah, I got Boba tea. So I got Sin City. So, look how many there are. It's so big.
That's the hell.
What she said.
This one's
my
a little
God.
smaller. Sorry. Mark
Okay.
Millar.
There you
Oh,
go.
wow.
Super Crooks. Super Crooks is good.
It's like the.
I told you to
this
get
made
that
it
one. You picked
easier.
up one. What did you pick up? You picked up
It was,
Before Watchmen Rorschach, and I
Watchmen,
said, no,
yeah.
don't buy that.
Yeah. And then Graham Nolan, the Power of Girls, in Dimension 13. Also, that one looks.
SJW. Woke. Graham
yeah.
Nolan's woke.
They got blue balls literally in their hands right now.
Just
just
kidding, Graham.
I like how
Not
they
really.
separate it into stories, so it's easier for me to buy. So
He needed the money.
The young struggling artist.
Young struggling artist. Yeah, it was fun comic shopping. I went in that comic shop and I misjudged it because it looked like
my
one of
God.
those newsstand ones. So Melissa's like, I don't know if I'm going to get tea or not. We'll see how long you're going to be in. Or I pop my head and I'm like, I'm not going to be long. And then I saw the
we were there for like half an hour.
back
at
issues in the
least.
back. And we were there for half an hour. I'm like, oh, and I came back with a stack like this.
So
As
happy.
soon as I saw the pictures of the back issues, I was like, oh, I wish I was there right now.
It was a good shop. Nice guy running it.
Oh,
Good shop. It's called, what was it called?
sailfish.
Sailfish with 2 S's. Weird name, but
I don't know what a sailfish is. but-
there was a fish that was sailing and it's spelled with 2 S's. I was thinking it's probably some anime thing or something I don't understand, but
Exactly.
Even I don't understand.
that's what I assume. I assume everybody's high and it's just some anime thing I don't understand. That's pretty much where I'm at, being at 54, when I just don't get things. Or I'm just fucking losing it.
okay.
It's all right. It's all good. It's been weird, like kind of jumping in between two worlds, the world of like, ancient civilizations. It's basically, I basically went to history classes for a weekend and then jumping and like going right back into like Acolyte sucks. It's been hard for my brain to focus.
Fun. I think I flourished very much so in the history stuff.
You found your calling. So she went full bimbo mode as producer and was like, oh my God, hello. We love you so much. And like got me all the interviews.
I definitely
Nice.
did not say it like that, but
Yeah,
It
you
was
did.
pretty close. I think that was a really good impression.
Yeah.
Oh my
You
God.
kind of did. You kind of did, though. That's the thing.
And it worked. So well done.
Thank you.
Well done.
Thank you.
And some of them are fans. So the guys who are one of the guys who was working on the plasmoid truck, you guys probably have no idea what I'm talking about. Don't go down that rabbit hole. But it's basically like running a truck on
Easy now. Careful.
on the
careful.
power of a thunderstorm. All right. So it's like without fuel, reducing emissions, whatever. And the guy's like, oh, Nerdrotic, right on. And I'm like, holy shit.
Nice.
It's so weird. Some Australian kids working on a old Chevy trying to make it run on fucking air or whatever it is. And yeah, it's cool. And Ben from Uncharted X. Cool dude. Hail Ben. Acolyte got to 14% on the audience score, guys,
Yeah.
this morning.
That's a bit high, isn't it?
It's a bit high still. It feels like some of the critics have, because remember the critic score was like at 95%, 94%, and it's gone down to 85. And we went over it, and I'll go over it again. All this talk of review bombing is okay. And we will go over it again. We're going to go over the websites of the critics that are approved for Rotten Tomatoes. And I challenge you to know what they are. And you're geeks, you're nerds. You go to this shit. I didn't know half of them. Batman. Good comic. You should read it. There's that. Yeah, I don't know how long it's going to stay at 14%, but it's below the holiday special now. Is now the worst Star Wars ever made.
Substantially behind it.
Dude, I'd rather watch the holiday special than most of Disney Star Wars, to be real. Okay.
Who doesn't want to see Leia's Coke finger now?
I do.
I know I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, 14%. I haven't even checked like IMDb and Metacritic. Has anybody checked those to see if they're compatible?
I'll try. I'll quickly check IMDb for you.
Right on. Star Wars Theory did a pretty good video.
Are you talking about his skit video? Or
his skit.
Yeah.
3.5 out of 10 on IMDb.
Okay. That's
still a bit high, but yeah.
Still a bit high. What about Metacritic?
I'll do that for you.
Yeah, thanks, pal. What about Metacritic?
It's being love bombed, see, so
it's being love bombed. Oh my god. That's a Max Massaggio term.
It's pushing it up too far, you know. We got to stop that. That's just ridiculous.
It
can only go one direction, you know.
67% critics, 4.2 user score on Metacritic.
Okay. It's pretty close. I mean, it's all bad. A little high though. Where do you think it should be at, MauLer? I think 0.
I mean, like they managed to have a couple of moments where characters are walking and saying, "Let's go to this next place." So I guess I give them 0.3, maybe 0.4 points for that. So
okay, for just getting through the scene and knowing when to cut.
Yeah, it can average down to 0, but if you really inspect in the scale, it's like okay, they got some. Yeah.
Knowing when to say action and knowing when to say cut and not like tripping or.
They managed to edit it so that scenes that are supposed to be seen after certain scenes are actually edited in place after them. So, good job on that.
Yeah, they did. Like, there was a progression. It didn't make sense, but there was a progression of story. Jesus Christ, dude. The worst part is the witches going, oh, and then like the power of many. And they were so proud of it that hey, find that video extra. Jamie, pull this up for me. Find on Star Wars the composer talking about composing that song and being super proud of it. Find that. But it's after that. It's when Carrie-Anne Moss, who just fucking mailed it in. Okay, she's an actual actress. Like, she can act, and she's just. You cannot deny Jedi's training or testing for a Padawan, unless with your permission, of course. It's like, what the fuck? Actually, that makes no sense. That means you can deny the permission. Actually, you can. So who wrote this? Was it written by committee? Were they even talking to each other?
But it was out of the realm of the Republic anyway, so they didn't have any jurisdiction.
They had no jurisdiction there, right? So the Jedi are the bad guys. They were obviously okay. I'm trying to make sense of this. So the scene where the engine or the computer was making a knocking noise and horny woman who carried the babies and apparently
Darth Maureen.
None of the twins got horns for some reason. She gets interrupted after the training session, MauLer, and she goes and checks out a knocking noise. What the fuck was that?
I don't know.
I watched it 4 times. I called people in the middle of the night. I'm like, why did she get up? And what was that noise? Was it just malfunctioning? Was it male functioning, by the way? Male functioning.
We will find out when we see the Jedi perspective of the events.
That could, because that's the thing. The male perspective might actually go as far back as the tree. Like, it'll start all the way back there again. And,
hell, it might even start with them traveling to the fucking planet, mate.
So RMB, I DM'd him because I saw him tweet this. I'm like, are they really riffing on? Did I hear this right? That lesbian headlamp said that they were riffing on, like, aside from Frozen and Kill Bill, Fight Club.
Yeah.
Okay. How?
And Breaking Bad, by the way.
Oh God.
She said that opening to the first episode that was inspired by Breaking Bad's cold opening.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you get that at all? I didn't get that at all.
No.
No.
Did you find that video yet, X-Ray Girl?
No, I'm not as good as Jamie.
I'm gonna guess that they're just talking about the fact that Breaking Bad it pulls you right in, right, and hooks you. Everyone remembers that pilot. It's amazing in terms of just what the fuck is happening here. I guess she thought having someone come and kill a Jedi would be enough for us to just be like, wow, this series looks amazing.
Not so much though.
No.
Attack me with all your strength.
It was a very weird and awkward battle, and the more we discover about any of these characters, the less that scene makes sense.
Well, it was an awkward battle because Carrie-Anne Moss kicked the shit out of her and lost.
Yeah. It's fun to watch, isn't it?
Yeah.
What can you say? You know, it's interesting motivation for making a TV show instead of just, you know, like what I mean. It almost sounds like an excuse. They do this all the time. It's thingy meets thingy, or it's thingy inspired, or this, that, and just like, you know, a lot of the great shows don't have to even say that.
No,
like they just are.
Yeah, when you're constantly referencing other things, particularly other things that are better than your shit, you're just displaying to the audience that you don't have any originality because you're constantly having to copy people. So what are we meant to think?
What are we meant to think? Nothing. You're supposed to think, oh, I remember this. This is Star Wars-y. I kind of feel that way. Oh, look, jangling keys. By the way, X-Ray Girl, scroll down, go to the Acolyte Twitter or the Star Wars Twitter. That's where you want to go because it's in one of those. I found the designer talk. They were so proud of this. Like, hang on, I'll show you a scene. They were really proud of that witch scene. Let's see. It says Beyond Regal. Beyond Regal. A trick to searching Twitter, by the way, X-Ray Girl. Google it. Don't search Twitter. Twitter's search is fucking retarded. All right.
Ooh, cool.
Tell me if you guys...
They actually made comics about that bad guy after all, huh?
Yeah, about time.
Yeah.
It's about bloody time.
All right. Tell me if you can hear this.
The power of one.
Yes.
The power of two. The power of many.
Gary, you're really pushing it with our friendship, okay?
I like to test the boundaries of friendship.
Mother Anastasia, and also for the witches. I wanted to keep their look a bit separate from other items that we've seen on Star Wars. I used purple as a color because it's a color of royalty.
Because nobody ever uses the color of purple for royalty.
Well, I'm sorry. They royal?
I know. It's like the witches.
Yeah.
Did I miss the memo?
What connection are they meant to have with royalty? Are you just elevating their narcissism? I don't know what you're trying to
yes.
say.
I think this is a very elevated group of women.
Oh. Got him! Oh, man!
Oh.
You literally can write this.
It's really at that point. We do not have to comment at all. We'll just play shit. It's an elevated group of women because there's no men around. Okay.
Fucking Eleanor.
And they magically made 2 twins.
And to have Mother Anisea be apart and look like she was the queen of this group,
That scene where she walks out, MauLer, like that with her hands out, and there's no music to it at all. It's so badly directed.
You get the sense that, like, I sound like a broken record, so just like, it's so culty and weird, and what do you guys do here? And that it feels kind of abusive when it's all laid out, right? The whole, like, yeah, you guys, we encourage everybody to be free and we want to not be trampled on by the Jedi, by anyone else. And then someone in their own community is like, I'd like to leave. And then they're like, no, you wouldn't. That's not what you want. You silly bastard. That's not what you want.
But
do you want to be a witch? I guess that's good enough for us. Yeah.
Here's some purple energy.
God bless the Jedi.
Costumes had pleats. Her fabrics were a little bit more above what her community would wear.
A little above.
Wow.
This is supposed to be a collective of many, but they still have a hierarchy of a queen.
Isn't that how communism actually works?
Yes, it does. Thank you for fully explaining communism. It's supposed to be a collective, but it always has a dictator.
So when you see her on screen first, you do recognize by her clothing that this woman is elevated and above and beyond.
Why? In what way?
Woman?
Because of her clothing.
The impression I got, especially from the thread scene, was that she's the leader because she's got the most power. Like she's not, like she can blow back all the other women, even when there's 2 of them, so she's like, yeah, you fucking listen to me. I'll do whatever I want. She's the one that has the power to be able to create the life, right? So it's just like, she just sort of rules with an iron fist, I think.
Mm-hmm. And she
remember, this is what I mean about like how incompetent they are. It's like the Jedi turn up and they're going, oh, yeah, this, that, and the other thing, and then she decides to start torturing one of them. And it's like, oh, probably shouldn't do that. That's probably a bad idea. And then they're shocked that the Jedi are not very trustworthy of them. I will say Sol was retarded when he said, hey, there's a tattoo on their head that wasn't there this morning.
Oh, I thought you were going to say when he gives her his fucking lightsaber.
Oh, no, we know that one as well. I'm just saying that they say, like, oh, we didn't even know this place had people in it. And then he's like, we were spying on them this morning. So...
do you know what that is, MauLer? That is the power of unbelievably good writing.
And everyone's highlight is what was the point of that lie from Trinity? Like, what did it achieve? Just tell them, yeah, we know you're here. We know that you have children, and we're worried about you abusing them. Just say that.
Yeah.
Well, they gotta try and paint the Jedi in a contrived way as the bad guys.
Yeah,
remember, Master Tomlin deletes himself over what they did.
Yeah. So we're obviously going to see it better be good. And as you're right. And I think we find out, I don't think in the 6th episode, I think we find out in the 7th episode. I think it's penultimate.
Yeah. Quite possibly. Even if not the last.
If not the last.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was 6 because 7 and 8 could be a 2-parter then, right?
Yeah. Oh, God. A 2-parter that totals 40 minutes long.
I hope so.
I hope so.
Yeah, please.
All right, here's the composer. Again, they were so proud of this.
Because it was performed on camera, it was important to start with the Ascension ceremony.
Tonight we enact a ceremony we have not performed since our exile.
The Ascension scene was actually the first music that I worked on for the series. It was important for the director and the actor.
Hold on, can you just pause it? Hold on. This is the first time that they've performed the Ascension ceremony since their exile.
Yes.
But if they're being exiled for being witches, who are they conducting the Ascension ceremony for? Because the Ascension ceremony is to turn a non-witch into a witch.
So it's a group of people, women. I'm sorry to go here, by the way, but
No,
like,
they'd ruin everything. We know.
that can't have kids.
Yes.
That indoctrinate their kids. I'm not even going to use the word. That indoctrinate their kids. I mean, it's a well-earned reputation, Disney. Okay, that's all I'm going to point out. It's a well-earned reputation. Hey, I don't make the rules. I just make the observations. Okay, that's it. That's all. But he's talking about this piece of music, and just forget the whatever's implied in the scene. The scene's fucking terrible. It can imply the best and it was terrible. It was laughable, and I agree with MauLer. The worst part of it is the little breathy part. Go,
They power her up, okay? Ready.
They're sticking their threads in her.
Oh, hit
It was
play.
important for the director and the actors to have some music to choreograph and film the scene to. I wanted to make sure that in the witch's incantation was a kind of multicultural chant. I worked with the vocal contractor to bring in musicians from around the world. You'll hear women who are African, African American, Persian, South Asian, Armenian, and they're all chanting together, but then they're also doing riffs that are from their cultures. And so the result
Okay,
is music
pause.
that I hope.
So was one of those riffs the woman going, ay, 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 ay. That was so funny.
What about the dude?
Oh, yeah. Correction. It's not all women.
Yeah.
Just point that out. Was that the one they make? Wait, is that the one they made a big deal about casting? And it's just like a half a second scene where the camera pans across his face. Okay. God, I hate everything about this timeline. I really do.
I know. Isn't it fucking horrible?
Hit play.
And so the result is music that I hope represents Star Wars magic, but also the cultures that you actually see on the screen.
But it doesn't, because you've just said it's about multiculturalism and a bunch of real life tribes. So how does that reflect Star Wars? You've just why am
I don't know. Like,
also,
like,
is that not
is
just
somebody
like tossing in a bunch of random stuff from Earth altogether? Is that good?
No.
Surely we would prefer to have a more focused design, not I just threw a whole bunch of different people in there.
Yeah. Well, that's what when you're creating creatures for fantasy or a language, it is based on something from our world, but it is made wholly different. And what you just pointed out, MauLer, is they just threw cultures into like this smorgasbord, and like I'm sure some Armenian person out there is like, hey, I caught that Armenian chant in the middle of that. I feel seen. Like, what the fuck?
Do you know that Chank Yuga?
Yes.
He denied it.
He denied it.
He denied the Armenian chant.
Was that the horse? Was that supposed to be a horse noise then? When they went, ay, 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 ay.
That was the horses go, nay, yeah, nay. And thrice nay.
No, like you mix all that in, and to MauLer's point, like it just sounds like crap. That's all it does. You didn't spend any time to like, hey, let's make this. We're making up this brand new culture instead of like using what has already been in the EU. Take the time to build it up, give it a little background, even if it doesn't hit the screen, that comes through, right? No, they just made up a bunch of witches, and some guy hired some contractors that he just said to make up some chants. And knowing Hollywood, half of those contractors are probably white women, and they okay.
Like, you can Google that. Why would you pay voice consultants?
Because it's a scam. It cost 180 million, X-Ray Girl. Where's the money?
There is a contractor in Hollywood that will give you a ethnic chant. Like, what the fuck?
I chose the wrong job, clearly.
Yes.
You know what some woman from fucking from West Hollywood or Beverly Hills named Dakota.
That's not her real name either. She changed it.
No, she changed it from Jennifer.
From Abby.
Oh, dude. She's got a summer home in Sebastopol, with her husband owns a winery. I've got this whole plot. I got this whole story laid out. That's who the contractor is. Okay.
Just imagine what YouTube's community notes are going to be like when we put out these videos.
Oh my.
That's going to be a fun time.
Hey guys, only 5 episodes to go.
Fucking hell.
This has seemed like the longest show ever.
Yes!
Like, it just won't end.
It won't end. It's only 3 episodes in. It feels like I've been watching it for the fucking decades. And there's no story. And we know what's going to happen. Why is it 8 episodes? Finish it today.
Please.
He said.
Finish it today.
Yes. This should be it. Episode 4. That's it. Oh, do you know what? The Jedi did this. Aren't they naughty? Oh, well, I get it. Bye.
How are the polls going so far?
Let's see.
Last Jedi's winning everything.
So,
Yeah.
we're on
It is.
round 2, and
So we're about second place then.
yeah,
So it's
Obi-Wan
like-
is second place though.
Obi-Wan, yeah.
Wow.
I'd agree with that.
That was
I would agree with
horrendous.
that. But, Az made a great video today. Basically, listen, this thing's been dead for a long time. And we might want to argue over when it actually died. I think the real answer is October of 2012, the day Disney bought it, the day the day George sold it, right? We all thought it was a good idea. We've gone over this before a lot. What is astonishing is how bad it is and the reaction to this. It's the Marvels. It's the same reaction as the Marvels. It's I don't know why this became a bridge too far when this was probably the most predictably shitty show to come out from Disney. Like, we just knew absolutely, we knew this was going to suck.
Yes, sir.
It was, no matter how much, we knew it was going to suck. It's going to be forgotten. It's just the strength of this brand, dude, that people still hold out. And you can't, like you said in your video, that's fandom, man. And that's good. There's nothing wrong with that. But how long are they going to go down this path? Like, if they could, like the Rey movie, like, when does real apathy set in? Because we're seeing it, like, it is kind of interesting that Doctor Who, both being destroyed by Disney right now. So if you go look at Doctor Who's audience score, it's like 27%. Still a bit too high. Because it's pretty fucking bad too, right, MauLer?
Well, the audience score or the show.
Yes.
They're both pretty bad, yeah.
Yes.
Well,
Yes.
yeah, they're horrible. And the experience of, because when you say, do you say real apathy? Like, what are you specifically referring
Well,
to?
yeah, I don't know about that. Like, I don't think Star Wars will ever dive into real apathy because there's still, we're not counting George Lucas Star Wars. So let's delineate that. There is no, George Lucas Star Wars is not Disney Star Wars. Saying Star Wars right now, you're dead naming something. Stop dead naming Star Wars. Star Wars has been dead for a long time. So this is Disney Star Wars. So when does the apathy kick in for that?
Meaning what?
Meaning, even when they do something, okay, an argument can be made. Andor, which was pretty good, right? Pretty good. In another time, I think it would have done better. I think it would have been more successful, watched by more people if it came out like right after Rogue One. But when like Rey comes out, the Rey movie comes out, and just fucking people stop just giving a shit. Like,
well, I mean,
good or bad.
To an extent, that is evident from Andor, isn't it? Like,
yeah,
it did get kind of ignored. And had it come out, we've said this before, had it come out right after Rogue One, it probably would have been sort of watched and accepted. It would have been fine. Star Wars is in a pretty good place. Shit Clown Wars, to say the least.
Yeah.
Like, it was in like, people, because that's why everyone's voting for TLJ. I think it was just the huge cultural moment. And it does feel like the people who stayed, the people who did not jump off the boat at that point, a lot of them got off at Acolyte. Really interesting, Exactly why that is, I'm not sure. It was pretty bad, but as you guys will probably agree, we've had plenty of pretty bad in Star Wars. So
I think there comes a time with every battered wife that they do eventually call the police.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I think the Acolyte was it. And I think the Acolyte got to that point because, with the hardcorest of hardcores, because we have just relentlessly lampooned it for 3 weeks. It is that type of show. It's so bad that we can just tear it to pieces and laugh at the same time. It's got to ridicule. Star Wars has now got to actual ridicule. I think with Kenobi was sad because
Yeah, it was sad.
Because it had such such promise to turn things, to turn things around, to produce a good story, and it was such trash that you didn't want to mock it mercilessly, even the ridiculous things like the barrier and whatnot. It just made you sad, and afterwards you were just like, oh no, it's. I think that was the apathy creator was Kenobi, because people are leaving that show thinking, oh no, it's done. There's no coming back from this. It's done. It's done.
See, and Kenobi was hilarious to me because once we heard that he was they're putting in little Princess Leia, we knew it was like this is going to be really bad. And then, but that witch scene, I would put it right up there with the little toddler running from Flea in the middle of the forest, and that was hilarious, man. I was out gut laughing on that one. And it's just so easy to meme. It's like the lowest hanging fruit. We all admit it openly. But come on.
Doesn't it feel bad when you feel bad for taking the piss out the $1 billion corporation? It's like maybe we should back off from the $1 billion.
It's like
like you feel like how you like a friend says, "Oh, come on, how can they know anything about what they're doing?" And you're like, "I guess so."
I guess.
Feels a little weird, but all right.
I don't feel bad at all. Fuck Disney. But
we don't, but
I got you. No, there is a point where it's like
it's not even sport.
When I was watching it, it's embarrassing. You want to close your. It's like looking at porn. It's embarrassing. You put your VPN on. You watch it on your phone. That's the point where it is it's so bad. But it's so easy. I stopped my watch party to record that Power of Many thing. I'm like, guys, I gotta stop. Hang on. And I had to do it real quick. I'm like, I gotta do this now. I gotta get it. It was so funny. But there's been kind of worse. This is just it's everything that they had been denying. We're called, fostering bigotry and hatred. That's what Looper said about me and Drinker. But they're saying it about all of you. They're saying it about MauLer. They're saying it about Az. It's about all the fandom. It's all they have left. When they were trying to gaslight the fandom beforehand, we knew this was that's what told me it's oh, this is going to be historically bad.
I've been in my own Looper video as well, dude.
Yeah. And they deleted it, and I'm sure it had nothing to do with what they said about us without qualifying it as opinion or anything like that. And I don't give a shit, But
the guy said cultural commentators like the Critical Drinker and Nerdrotic have called out the show for breaking law. That's what he said. And then he went, which fosters hatred and bigotry. It's wait, what? How can you go from a legitimate criticism to saying that legitimate criticism fosters hatred and bigotry?
Well, and it's exactly what they said about the Rings of Power when that one freaking woke ass SJW, whatever you want to call her, scholar said respecting the lore was like a right-wing dog whistle or some shit like that. And that's when I started running with the respect the lore thing just to piss people off. But like, it's not, by the way, just to point out the obvious.
Well, no, that is just gaslighting. That is just stop saying the thing that we're doing. Stop saying the thing that we're doing.
All it is, right?
Well, there was a post once upon a time that said trying to be objective is fascism. I think one of my friends had like one of my friends had a collection of like statements, and one of them in there was that, and I was like, wow. I think the logic was something to do with like trying to ignore the feelings of people. So you know what I mean? But I was like, but the whole point is to try and be unbiased. Like, what the fuck?
That's the opposite of fascism, by the way.
Don't you know what objective means?
Dude, I found this cover. There were some good Lois Lane covers. And her being like pick me girl for Superman. You can't read it. I'll read it. I'll read it to you. It's Lois. Give up this invisibility experiment. The chances are 1,000,000 to 1 it will kill you. I don't care, Superman. I want to prove I'm not afraid to die. Then maybe you'll marry me.
Aww.
Do you like the one where she turns into a black woman?
Yes.
I need to find out what's going on by becoming a black woman for the day. Yeah.
And then there's the 80-page giant of Lois Lane right here, where it's got featuring Lois's schemes and dreams to marry Superman.
Oh my god.
Oh man, comics is so based, man.
Good stuff. Yeah, I don't think this is the episode we get pronouns, guys. But that's it. I don't think we get.
Yeah.
And Smilo Ren shows up at the end, and so who do you think is Smilo Ren? Does it? I mean, I know you don't care.
There are two big candidates. It's the Horny Girl or Ezra Miller. That's it.
I think it's Horny Girl.
Well, don't all those Jedi get blown backwards, right, by Smilo Ren in that trailer, unless they cut it differently.
I thought she smashed a hole in the ground and he fell into the hole.
Oh, really?
I thought they all get blown back, but either way,
yeah. And when they fall to the bottom of the hole, do they have like Jedi-shaped holes in the ground that they fell into, like fucking Coyote?
Yeah.
That'd be great. Yes. Yeah. I think you're right. We're going to get a Jedi perspective episode, and Tommen is going to do something bad.
Also, someone caught. There's a clip from one interview, or rather one TV spot in some country, whatever, and it shows the Wookiee guy attacking Tommen in the flashback. I don't know why that's happening, but apparently that's something to do with it.
Oh, I didn't see that. Because
I didn't see that.
Either I don't know, man. It could be some mind control shit. You know, with the eyes going black, that came up in the Flash. Well, I don't even know what it is. A memory flame in the first episode. Their eyes went back. So it's like, is that supposed to be like a foreshadowing of some kind of mind control thing that's going to happen? Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah.
What if the Wookiee walks around the corner and Tomlin's graping one of the one of the
Tomlin?
And he's just like, oh no.
I thought I was doing the right thing.
Yeah.
What?
I'm just trying to help them. I'm just trying to help them procreate.
Oh. We just know that, like, with a precedent has been set, guys, that with a D+ show, they get worse as they go on. With a couple of exceptions, okay? Like 2.
I was going to say one exception. What's the other one?
X-Men 97. So I'm including Marvel. If we include Star Wars, it's one exception. It's Andor. I'll give you Andor. But what's this one?
Definitely, you must I assume you would concede it gets better, considering you guys did not enjoy the first 3.
I'm going just completely on my respect for your opinion.
What I'm saying is, like, you guys have heard from a couple of people the heist sequence and the prison one. That's what you've been told about. So those probably sound more exciting to you than the first 3 episodes, at least.
Yes. Yes.
I think you sent me, Molly, the Prison Break speech from Andy Serkis.
I did break it down in the Quantum Mania video, so if you guys watched that, you would have.
Oh, that would
you
be
did.
Yeah, that's would be where I saw it.
And I also saw Skarsgård's Escape. I watched it on YouTube.
Oh, that yeah. And he has a speech as well.
This is another base Lois Lane cover, by the way.
Oh, let's take a look.
I see.
What I'd give to be the slim Lois Lane I used to be, like the reflection in the mirror. If Superman ever saw me now, I'd die. Featuring Lois Lane as the fattest girl in the world.
Oh my god. Comic used to be 10 cents.
Yes,
That's what
X-Ray
you
Girl.
got from this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get the fat thing. This used to be 10 cents.
Wow. Inflation crazy.
Yeah. You used to be so cheap.
Okay, so I think we can agree that it's probably going to get worse. We'll find out tonight.
Yeah.
Well, I'll find out tomorrow. But are you having your watch party or not tonight?
I am going to do a watch party. I'm staying in Greensboro an extra day to do the watch party.
You shouldn't have to suffer alone. It's fair.
Thanks, MauLer. Yeah, I suffer with my...
I'm coming with you. The chat can. I'm not allowed. I gotta wait until EFAP for my genuine.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, the members. It's my reward for the members.
Yeah, they're the ones I was saying can suffer.
They get to suffer with me. Yay!
Look, somebody needs to make some money off this because Disney sure as hell ain't.
Well, YouTube is.
Yeah.
This is algorithm gold.
It's unbelievable.
That is such a fucking good cover. I love this cover.
Oh, look, it's that big fat dog. Are you going to try to pick it? Yeah, there's no way.
Wow.
That is a big fat dog.
Yeah. Hi.
There he is. There he is. Oh,
hi.
Boy.
Yeah. Yes. Oh, we don't deserve animals, do we?
We don't. I miss my dog, Remy.
Doggo.
So it wasn't just Looper, by the way, going after me and Drinker. It was didn't Forbes? What the hell was?
Wait, you gotta see this. Guess
Too fat. Too fat. It's Lois Lane. Is that his name? Lois Lane?
Should I give him one more? You can have one more. Okay. Paw.
Yes.
Good boy. You did it.
No.
Sorry, I interrupted.
It's okay. What was I saying?
Lois Lane?
No.
No.
I got interrupted.
I'm so sorry.
It's all over.
No, it was okay. So it was the narrative. Like, this is like the 50th time we've gone through this, by the way. So that's what makes it more pathetic. So Forbes Forbes come out with an article going after the fandom. Inverse went after the fandom, and it's like the lower ish tier. Yeah, pull up the Forbes article. Paul Tassi.
Tassie's gone full fucking retard in the last couple of years.
Well, I would argue.
Well,
maybe born that way.
He was like, so he'd have some decent takes on video games every now and again, but he's just like full fucking retard now.
Oh yeah, and then there's we'll talk about peers in a second, and the guys that because I told MauLer what I was gonna say to one guy, and I did it. I just bit my tongue until it bled because it would have been really bad. I might say it here, but we'll see. The Acolyte's 15% audience score is embarrassing for the audience scorers.
Ooh.
But how dare you voice your opinion on this? How dare you?
Don't you know that Forbes is the authoritative source of opinions, and the access media is the authoritative source of opinions. And the sole reason people go to MauLer's channel or Az's channel or Drinker's channel is because their opinions suck. They're
so we can be bigots and
they're
shit
based
together.
on bias, political bias, personal bias, lack of knowledge, whatever. But they're not authentic. They're not honest, and it's pretty fucking obvious. So if you're like lashing, it's like lashing out at the audience. And you mentioned it in your video. Is that's the last cry before you die. Okay, lashing out at the people who actually fucking pay. You do not fuck with the money. That is a rule in business. That's a rule in life. You do not fuck with the money.
Well, you might call it "Don't bite the hand that feeds you," right? Or...
Yeah, there might be a saying for it. And these sites, they have lost their way so much that they think they're accountable to the studios. They're accountable to you still, just like we're accountable to you, just like every product that relies on payment from somebody who worked hard, went to work all day, and is spending their hard-earned money on a ticket. It's just not a good idea to go, hey, fuck you, bigot. Please watch our stuff. It just... I'm going to say that doesn't work. I'm going out on a limb here. All right. So when you're attacking the audience over Star Wars, Paul Tassi, and I'm going to speak slowly because I might need to for you, you're attacking your audience.
Yeah.
You fucking retard.
Talked about this in the video today.
Yep.
They're just so stupid. They don't. You'd have to think that they are intelligent enough to understand this, but yet at the same time, here we are. They do it over and over again. And why do you think so many sites have collapsed over recent years? Because they've been attacking the very people who are their audience through proxy.
Yes. They become the studio's attack dogs on the paying customer.
Yeah.
And this is a phenomenon that's been going on for a long time. And when has it worked?
I don't know. It is a bit of a defensive, angry, insecure move, right? Because it's just nonsense.
Yes.
Like, why would you ever try this?
Yeah, that's why it's mind-boggling that it's gone on this long. Other than the people who run these sites could give a shit about who's writing what.
Could you imagine if they were right? Because obviously they're not. But could you imagine if the whole world just suddenly became hyper-hatred of anything other than their own skin color and sexual? You know what I mean? It's like things would be very different if this had happened.
It would be a different world.
And you know what? The lowest of our concerns would be the ratings of the Star Wars show. Like, if that were happening.
I would say if we lived in that world, that would not be our concern. No.
No. It would not.
While Star Wars has had many controversies in the Disney era, viewers have now mobilized a fleet of TIE bombers. You really want to bring up TIE bombers? To obliterate user scores of the Acolyte wherever possible, namely on Rotten Tomatoes and IMDb. I previously reported that this started up right at the release of the Acolyte, quickly became, by the way, right at the release, right when people saw it, right?
Yeah, you mean when people got to see how crap it was, they went, hey, this is crap.
As the Acolyte became... Shocker. As the Acolyte became the lowest audience-rated Star Wars project besides the infamous holiday special, now its former 33% score has dipped below the special's 20% score, now 14%, and it's all the way down.
By the way, the holiday special's now at 21%.
Yes, it went up a little bit.
Everyone's having their Thanos moment with it. It's like, we took you for granted.
We did. We treated you too harshly. At a certain point, this is just absurd. Is it though? I don't think it is. And it says a lot more about the viewers than it does the quality of the show itself. Holy shit.
Not really, no.
You know what this whole thing shows it shows the quality of the corporate critics, which is there is none at all.
Do you see the Joe Rogan clip where he basically just said, "I don't know what the point of critics are anymore"? Like nobody agrees with them.
It's in my Acolyte video that nobody saw.
Oh, that's where I saw the clip because I went. You know what, Gary? I went and watched it because I was like, "This didn't show up on my feed. I'll go find it."
Let's play that clip. X-Ray Girl, could you pull up my video and just like don't bother? That video is poison or something. I don't know what the hell happened to it.
Yeah, go play it on stream. This stream will stop going out to the world.
I don't know. I don't know how like in the most gold rush of algorithmic gold rushes, I put out an Acolyte video and it's like my worst performing video in 4 years. Obviously, everybody hated it, but if you could find it,
sure.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and I've been waiting. I've been sitting on this clip, MauLer, for 6 months, waiting for a good opportunity to bring it in.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like I said, it was so suitable that I completely forgot that was the video I saw it in. I was just like,
that's all good.
I think I've seen the clip before.
I hadn't. You get some fun stuff out of the Joe Rogan show here and there.
Oh my God.
Yeah. It's good for clips.
It's towards the end. X-Ray Girl. A little bit before that. Scroll back. Oh my God. There it is. There he is.
Down a bit.
There's Taylor.
Right a bit.
Pull that up, Jamie.
Enhance.
Oh my God. What the fuck mode is that? Dark mode, X-Ray Girl. Jesus Christ.
This is not my normal computer. Remember that. I just like literally popped on.
Okay. You can, we don't need to hear what it's, you know what? It was the 199 hat. I'll never fucking wear that again.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is.
Firmly pressed on the corporate teat. This is a phenomenon we've known about for a long time, but it seems others are catching on.
Critics are less relevant today than at any time in human history. They're off so much more than they're on. I just don't understand why they're still employed. I mean, what is the purpose that they serve other than speaking to other completely disconnected, supposedly highbrow people that live in congested urban areas?
Yeah, and I think also that critics, and I don't know why, but they seem to feel a need to judge any project by how is it looking at the lens through today's new question morality? What should we be making movies about? And you can make a shitty movie about something that they support, and they're going to support that movie.
No shit.
And with that,
let's
go
That's
to the
it.
people.
That's all. We don't we don't want to curse this stream. But Bibs, yeah, he's right. You know, it's obvious, and by the way, it's stuff we've been saying forever. They obviously like it because it agrees with their politics and whatever criticism we get, and I don't care. Like, throw it at us. Like, I have never asked for my politics to be in something. I don't need that. I don't need that to feel valid. I don't give a shit. I just want a good story. And you know what? The best way to get across to people, even if you want to convey a message, there's a way to do it called. A whole series did it. Star Trek, Twilight Zone. There's a way to convey messages without demonizing your audience at all and just going, hey, let's look at this objectively, MauLer, as possible. Objectively.
Ooh. You used the O word.
I did. There's many ways. What this does is, so whatever they're trying to get, for one, none of the people involved in Disney, Star Wars, or Lucasfilm believe in any of this crap. It is just flavor of the whatever this decade is, and they keep pushing it because it confirms their bias. It's bias confirmation. You know, that was always thrown at the other side, and it certainly exists on both sides. Confirmation bias, but that's what it's confirmation bias entertainment, and it's become what Drinker said, and I'm sure others too, anti-entertainment. Anti-entertainment.
It is because none of us are entertained by this at all. It's a slog to get through. The last week, that episode was 40 minutes long, and I felt every fucking second of it.
Yeah,
it was a chore.
Yeah, it was
an
long.
Absolute chore. Today, Chris Gore sent me a video to watch that was 40 minutes long.
Oh,
and
yeah.
And it went past like that.
I watched that too.
Because it was really interesting. and the guy had something to say, and I was actually enjoying his opinion. He was doing it in a very calm, methodical manner, but it engrossed me. That same length. So it's about entertaining people. And how many? I mean, I scream and shout about it all the time. About this is not entertaining. This is lecturing. And when you're sat with what are enjoyable franchises, Star Trek, Star Wars, Doctor Who, all of the above, and all, and you're literally just feeling like you're being berated, screamed at. Accept this. You need to do this. This is the way you should be thinking. It's like, no, it's not. But you can watch a TNG episode, a Star Trek episode, DS9 episode, and you can have a lot of social themes, and they'll present them and they'll present one character with one side, and they'll present another character with the other side, and they won't necessarily tell you how to feel. And by the end of it, you'll make your own mind up. The Drumhead is a great example with
great example. And a lot of it is like, these aren't bad guys or good guys. These are just like difference of opinions, and and one side was wrong. And so a lot of times they realize it, right? It's really well done. It's really well done.
Yeah, it's called good writing.
Called good writing.
So you can deal with themes of war. You can deal with themes of sexuality. You can deal with themes of government, and with all these different themes, which when you present them in something like Star Trek Discovery, a sack of shit, because they A, are biased with their opinion, and B, they slam you over the head with a fucking sledgehammer. So when you've got good writers, you can disguise these themes and you present it as entertainment. And that way it allows you to develop your own critical thought.
So that video that Chris sent was a guy who was on Echo Base, right? And Hail Echo Base. I'm forgetting his name now. He worked
something knee, wasn't it?
On Acolyte.
Yes. No, he worked for Disney Star Wars.
Lucasfilm.
Yeah.
Sorry, Lucasfilm.
He left about 6 years ago, I think.
6 years ago. Plenty of time then.
It was probably announced 6 years ago. Actually, it's announced in 2020, wasn't it?
No, yeah, knee pain.
Yeah, that's the one.
And he went over. He's not very pleased. So I guess did knee pain have to take the channel down though?
He's taken the videos down. He's deleted the videos.
Okay.
I don't know why though. I don't know if he's just done it because obviously this puts a huge target on your back and he was just trying to express an opinion, or whether or not he was forced to, or just decided that maybe this wasn't worth it. I don't know why he deleted them, but it was a really interesting video about essentially how embarrassed he was to be associated with Star Wars, because of the way that the company. I mean, one thing that he stressed was you want to find the biggest toxic fans of Star Wars. They're working for Lucasfilm. That's where they are. They're the most toxic of fans, he said. And they're the ones who get really fucked off when their stories and whatnot are rejected. But he said when Disney bought the Star Wars franchise, he said that 90% of him and his work colleagues, well, he stayed on, but 90% were gone. Bye. So it's been completely overturned in the space of 13 years, 12 years.
Well, they knew the score. For one, like Lucasfilm and Skywalker Sound and all that was created to be out of Hollywood and not part of that. That's what George Lucas wanted, right? And they knew that very moment that best intentions, this is a giant corporation that's based in Hollywood, it will absolutely destroy it. So like it's no surprise to them. And plus, you're working kind of in heaven when you're working for George Lucas and Lucasfilm. And again, you're out of that Hollywood system, and they don't want to be there. It's freaking horrible. It like even at like again in the low levels I worked, it's a terrible place. There are no friends. They're strategic friends.
Oh yeah.
And it's just like there are people down there who love film, love art, and want to create art, but that gets so watered down or sewaged down with all the middlemen and backstabbing and shit talking and people who will do anything. That saying I heard a lot down there was, "I'll be whatever you need me to be."
Oh.
And I was like, I'm not going to do that. Fuck that.
Well, he said that if you voiced your opinion, your honest opinion, because he said a lot of the stuff that was being made we were not happy with. He said you voiced that opinion, you got, you got very unpopular very quickly there.
Yep.
It was you love this or fuck off type of thing. So it's just breeding. It's just breeding these bubbles which we talk about. This one think mentality. Look at Pablo Hidalgo, for goodness sake. This is a guy that was certainly had connections to rewriting Ripley. Remember that? And B, he fucking decided to mock Star Wars' biggest fan on YouTube.
Oh, and let's also get this is purely speculation on my part. Did I make that clear, guys? Purely speculation on my part that Pablo Hidalgo was one of the people really fanning the flames of going after Gina Carano too. That would just be my guess, based on his priors. And there was a sect within Lucasfilm. Want to even put up a GoFundMe. That was instrumental in going after Gina. And our argument has always been like, Pedro Pascal, he can have his stupid effing opinions, right?
Yes.
He can have his opinions. Gina can have their opinions. And remember for a little while when she was posting stuff and we're like, oh, wow, that's weird. There's consistency. That's really odd. How long will this last? Not very long.
No,
not very long. And now they're in court. So we'll see. I guess the last we heard is the judge will, Discovery will go ahead at this point.
Yeah.
But no real decision has been made yet. But Disney did not make a good argument. So go Gina. I just want Discovery. She doesn't need to win. It's all good. We get Discovery. Exactly. I mean, every night before I go to bed, I say a little prayer for a Disney email hack too.
Oh.
I mean, it's bad news for them no matter what with Discovery, right? Because they're going to be like, oh fuck. They're going to
they'll probably
have said stuff that they're going to then definitely don't want people to see.
Oh yeah. What the bets that Disney suddenly gets an email scrub?
Yeah,
they got scrubbed.
Whoopsie daisy. We lost the drive.
It was around here somewhere.
It was.
Oh well. Yeah, because I think it was on FNT, wasn't it? I said maybe one of the conditions of Elon funding Gina for this is there's no settlement because he wants Discovery. Elon wants the Discovery.
I don't think she would settle.
Yeah, I can't see her settling either.
I don't think so. I don't think it benefits anybody to settle. Gina doesn't need the money. Disney would love to settle this, I think.
Yeah. They had no idea how the black eye this was going to give them. They just thought it was going to be, we'll get rid of her and the Access Media will destroy her for us. And this will be, gone in a couple months. Oh, well, didn't work out that way, did it? Oh my God. Quality over quantity, folks. That's what we're getting here. Hey, but Inside Out 2 is doing good. Movie I'll never see, but
yeah, congratulations.
Congratulations. You got something right. Well done. So knee pain, I'm not going to get on him for taking his video down. But we definitely need to hear from more people like this because this is the types of emails that I get and many others get, by the way, from love what you're doing, bro, but I can't say anything, and it's And I get it. It's easy for me to say, hey, just go out there and risk your entire career for the rest of your life. But if more people came forward, it would be harder for them to single you out.
Yes.
Right. And
strength in numbers.
Yep.
The power of many.
The power of one. The power of two.
The power of many. Many. Blah, blah, blah. Hey, Az, do you have the Doctor Who ratings?
Yes, I do. Right here.
I love looking at these. They make me happy.
Oh, absolutely. There you go. Just going to refresh in case they put. So there's the overnights for the latest episode, the lowest ever overnights, beating episode 3's.
And this is the penultimate episode. This was setting up the big bad, MauLer, the big bad, which is an old big bad.
I got tricked, Gary. I was enticed because people were like, oh God, they got Sutek out of Susan Technologies. I was like, that's awful. And then I watched the episode, and the worst one isn't even that.
It's not. It's not.
You know how funny it got? I feel like I should give context first.
Please do.
There's a scene where they're all in the big technology fucking room, whatever, and one of the characters starts babbling on about ancient demons and stuff, and they're like, wait, what the hell? Oh God, she's possessed. And then they're like, Harriet, what's wrong? And the doctor, because he's on communications, he's like, Harriet, what's her full name? Which is such a weird thing to ask. Like,
Smith.
They're like, check it. It's Harriet Arbinger. And then they pull it up on the screen, and then it like glitches and goes, and it goes, wait a second, H Arbinger.
Oh, dear.
And I saw so many people. Obviously, I was making fun of it too. Loads of people were, but I did see a fan of the show being like, well, Kate has no reason to look at everyone's names and figure out what's like. She couldn't have known or something. I was like, I don't even know what to say to you. Like, if you're that bought in that you're enjoying the fact that they said, wait a minute, Harriet Arbinger, you might just be a harbinger. Like,
hey, she totally missed an IT, like this guy named Dav Rose and the Master.
Well, you could just
Dave Rose
and Dalek.
Gary, the one you fucking attached to my tweet, the hello, my name is Al Apocalypse. Don't mind me, just gonna go fiddle with this.
Go fiddle with some stuff. Okay. I've got these 4 people on horses behind me. Just ignore them. Okay.
Okay.
They're all part of my division. Jesus. So yeah, 2.
And then he started crying.
2.02 million.
Mm-hmm.
And I also want to point out, like, please double check me. Has this, because we're now a month into it, that it should have charted on the Nielsen's at some point, right?
Oh, it hasn't.
It hasn't.
No.
And Disney has been silent on
Yes.
what their numbers are because they're abysmally low.
Wasn't there a Russell T quote about how they're not getting the numbers they want?
Yep.
Something like that.
Yeah, but followed up by, we're not getting the numbers we want because we always want better, but we've surpassed all the targets that we set ourselves or something.
Whatever.
So it's a complete double talk.
What was your target? The fucking floor? Like, something above that.
Well, they found the basement, dude.
Yeah.
And it's just like, how do you kill something that's already dead? Disney found a way.
Oh.
Disney resuscitated it and shot it in the head.
Defiled the corpse afterwards. Quick, get the axe.
Yep. Right.
Get the harbinger.
But the big difference is, other than like some Doctor Who channels, like nobody cares. Like, I did see Doctor Who trending for the first time because I usually see RIP Doctor Who trending. So I did see Doctor Who trending after this episode, but it wasn't all because it's not all positive. So, like by next, are we going to get? I heard the rumor. I don't know if it's true. So because they're filming season 15 right now.
Yeah.
But they said it wasn't picked up. I mean, why would it has to be picked up?
Russell T. said it has to be. They have to have got a 2-season deal.
Yeah,
you
don't
won't be filming it otherwise.
You don't film a season that hasn't been picked up. Okay, so
but Shooty did say a few months ago, couple of months back, he did say after the season we're filmed, we don't know what the fuck's going on.
No, I don't think it goes past.
So I think that's what Russell T. Davies is talking about, not the next season, because you're filming that. Got to be the season after.
Yeah, Disney is funding this basically. So it got commissioned for 2 seasons, still part of the BBC, but Disney's funding a lot of this, and they actually have a lot of say, obviously, because it comes out in America. Like, and hey, do you really enjoy sitting around the TV set and at midnight with the family to watch watch?
Get Uncle Howie to come over.
Nurse what? I love that that's caught on, MauLer.
Yeah.
Hey, I got Nurse What and I got Smilo Ren. I'm on a roll.
Smilo Ren.
You're on a roll, buddy.
Remember, Gary, this is also season 1 and season 2. So what if it gets cancelled after 2 seasons?
That would be funny. It all be, but what if it gets canceled before the 2nd season and they just rip it off the fucking platform like they did Willow? I would probably die laughing. Like that would be the end for me.
If we could be honest for a second, if they actually said we're stopping Doctor Who outright indefinitely, we'll give you more information when the time comes, I feel like all of us would be like, okay, good.
Yeah, this is needed.
Yeah,
it absolutely is, because there's definitely the message in these, and it gets worse. At like the first 3 episodes are nothing compared to what, like, I think a lot of people I was out after the Moffat stuff, and then it wasn't 73. It was what's the name of the episode afterwards, where none of the white people wanted to go.
That's the only one I haven't seen, and apparently it's like the worst one.
That is the worst one. Not Fake Bridgerton. No, the one before that.
One, no.
The
bubble one.
Yeah, the bubble one.
The we don't go with you because you're black.
Because you're black. That was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
That's actually worse than Rosa Parks' episode where the white woman had to tell the black woman, the white English woman, British woman had to tell Rosa Parks what to do on the bus. It's like, God dang it. Yeah, it's so yeah, they only got 8 episodes, right?
Yeah.
So it ends this Friday.
Yeah.
Probably gonna do a watch party after FNT. Probably gonna do one. But yeah, it wasn't until like I was watching Disparus and I'm like, oh, it got like cringe worse. Yes. Like as bad. You know what? No, 1990. Is it 1992 or 1993 space movie?
1993.
1993 space movie.
Wait, was it actually 93?
I thought it was 92.
Oh, I thought it was 90. I could be wrong. I thought it was 93 though.
I don't remember it being the same year fucking Jurassic Park came out.
It's on YouTube, by the way. You can watch it. Somehow it's on YouTube. It's 1992. Thank you, lady Aaron D.
Gabe from outer space returned.
But the episodes have progressively gotten worse, and this is what happened in the Jodie era. Because like even so, when Doctor Who was good, do you remember that, guys? MauLer, do you remember?
Oh, I remember. Yeah,
a long time ago. Long time ago.
Good for me.
So even in the Capaldi era, which was, I mean, rightly so criticized for some of the writing, what would happen is get good ratings in the beginning. As the season went on, kind of what fell down. And this is normal for most shows with, like, let me put the asterisk here, interest, where people are still interested. So first couple episodes get the best ratings, then it kind of tapers out, and then they pop at the end. That tells you if there's still interest in the show. And with Capaldi's era, they all popped at the end. The Jodie era did not. It progressively got worse. Progressive. And like the penultimate episode would be like, oh, people are getting interested again. No, it'd get worse. And then the worst ratings would be the finale.
Flux. Oh my goodness me.
Oh, Flux.
By the way, just want to point out, they have not put the universe back together yet.
No.
After the Flux.
Didn't he say in one of the episodes, oh yeah, the universe is fucking broken.
Okay.
Well, but as far as I was aware, the Flux had made it all the way to just about Earth, so there should be no universe. Never mind. Oh, well, I don't care. I don't care. It's all fucking dog shit.
Remember when Time itself came to Jodie and as Jodie and said, we're going to save you because you got some other stuff to do, and then they forgot about it. Wish they would have forgotten about the Timeless Children.
No, nobody cared. That was the thing.
But yeah, connecting the last episode to Pyramids of Mars infuriates me. Like, they got an emotion out of me, and it was fucking anger. It was anger.
Isn't that what they want to do?
Yes. How
dare
you?
What they're doing with Doctor Who is what Disney been doing with Star Wars now forever, right? Grabbing up every last character and sucking it dry.
Yes.
The idea that Doctor Who's got a huge history, and you can just keep on grabbing further down the line all the famous bad guys or famous good guys even as well. Because I mean, a lot of the sort of supporting characters in that episode are classic characters, right, Gary?
Yes, in this episode, yes.
But they all have roles of just, I'm here, and I say, hello, doctor, I know you.
That's it. And it's just there for key jangling. That's all it is.
Remember when Bonnie Langford was the most annoying companion?
Who was?
Now, Bonnie Langford was the most annoying companion, and now she's just like, yeah, we'll take it. Compared to this fucking bunch of shit.
Yeah, like, well, Mel, you know. But
hey, I got a question for you guys, considering you've watched the show.
I know some people who thought Ace was the most annoying companion. I kind of liked Ace.
I kind of liked Ace.
Yeah, I liked it.
Has this companion got a character yet?
Oh, no.
No. No. The one through line on this is like Shooty is just Shooty. He's not the doctor. He doesn't have any of the qualities of the doctor. He doesn't have the 1,000-yard stare. But like with Star Trek Discovery, there is a lot of crying. Ruby Tuesday is just there, right?
I saw the imagery of him walking next to the companion, the blonde companion, and he's like 6'4". And she's like 5'2". Like this looks stupid.
Who is Shooty? Is Shooty 6'4"?
No. Rose.
Oh, Rose. Yeah, Rose. Yes. And Rose makes a comeback, by the way. And there's a picture of Rose, and one thing I just noticed, it was the angle of it, but I saw it in the episode. Rose has got a giant head. And a lot of actors do, by the way. Just to point that out, a lot of actors have giant heads, but it's a disproportionately giant head on that.
Matt Smith has a big head, right?
He does have a massive head. Yes.
You know who has a big head? Fucking Aemond, the actor for him in House of the Dragon. Big chin.
Oh, his face is so long.
Yeah.
Do you know who's got a really big head? Peter Dinklage.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not going to argue with that.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Please tip your waitress. I'll be back next week.
I feel bad for laughing.
Why?
It's called a joke. We used to be able to tell them once upon a time.
What? Yeah, a long time ago. Sorry.
So funny. God damn it.
Low hanging fruit.
low hanging fruit.
To the ground.
The best and the sweetest kind of fruit.
I'm looking up names here. Hang on.
Which celebrities have big heads?
Yes, that's it. No, that's a common. That's actually a common thing. Like Robert De Niro's got a giant head. Al Pacino's got a giant head. That's no secret. MauLer's got a giant head.
Yeah, obviously.
He's like 600 foot tall, though.
So why haven't we gotten why did we get the other consolidated for the last episode, but not the
because
plus
for
7,
some
the real
reason,
one?
For some reason, they are a day behind.
What?
And notice how last week did, or a couple of weeks ago, 2.12, 3.38, 2.11, 3.52. Now, remember, this is repeat watches. So with this being an extra day late, it's like, it kind of feels like the BBC are trying desperately to prevent this from becoming the lowest. Because what they normally do is when they're a day late, they add the day to the ratings.
No, they're fudging the numbers.
Yes. So they don't want that to go below 3.10 because then it becomes the lowest ever rated Doctor Who episode outright. Outright. It is the lowest as is, but outright. Because it ties.
I used to like the character of Kate Leftwich Stewart, and now I can't fucking stand her.
Yeah.
She's not even a character.
No, she's not.
She's just a shouty woman. Doctor, why are you so fucking useless?
Oh, I wish.
I like this one. I would have been fine with that. And then he'd cry.
Sorry, she was saying that to Tennant, Dr. Bone.
Yes. Yeah. So we'll find out on Friday. Dinklage would have still been a better doctor. I'm not even kidding.
That could be really fun, yeah.
Yeah. Because he can act.
He can act. He's a fucking knobhead.
Okay, check out this cover right here. Does it not look like here? I'm
gonna, yeah.
Doesn't it look like he's pissing?
Oh yeah.
Why is he pissing on Yellow Jacket?
Maybe he is.
Maybe he likes it. Don't
yeah, it's a fetish. Oh god,
Yeah.
did you see the DSP thing?
No, what? Oh god.
What? No.
I did put it. Oh no, you can't show it. You
No,
can't
please
show
don't
it.
show it.
Another thing he's done that we can't show.
Yeah. Well, he does like I think he does like a react, and viewers send him videos, and then he screens them, and then he reacts to them.
Okay.
And he claimed to have streamed, cleared this one video, and he played it, and after about 5 seconds or so, it's like Carl Sagan's greatest speech or something, and after about 5 seconds, it just turns into she-male porn.
No! Camera's been on the whole time.
It's just like, gotta stop that! Gotta stop that!
Oh shit! Hey, that's why you got to check everything. Hey, I totally sent you this video.
Yeah.
Check it out.
I and then later, like when he's like, oh no, it's like. When I put this up later, I'll probably cut that out. And they're like, probably? Probably?
Well, to be fair, that's what I said about Kevin McGinnis. I'm like, I'm not sure if anybody saw anything.
Oh, you definitely saw something on that one. It's in FNT Biz, Gary, but you don't want to watch it.
I don't want to watch it.
I
don't want to watch it now.
to see if I could get Odin to watch it without realizing. And then
I think you telling the story was good enough.
Horrible.
You are horrible. How you doing, MauLer?
Lady G.
Just enjoying the news.
Lady G tipped him off anyway.
We really enjoyed House of the Dragon season 2, episode 1. You know, it's like wasn't the greatest episode ever made, but it was a good start.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll do the spoiler-free thing. I'm just saying that the discussion was all about that I could see online about the difference between the book and the way they did it in the show.
Yeah, the ending part. Yeah,
which in a way is a shame because there was a lot that happened in that episode. It was very good.
Yes,
but it got overshadowed by the discussion on that, which I guess makes sense. That's what happens.
Yeah. I haven't. Apparently, he's come out. Ryan Cannell has gonna come out and explained it. It's Ryan Condell, by the way. No, Az kept on thinking.
Yeah.
I was like mispronouncing Ryan Kinnell's name. I thought it was Ryan Condell. I didn't hear what his explanation is. I don't want to hear their explanations. They changed something about the ending, and it was more impactful in the book. And it would have been more impactful. It would have been more impactful
to the point where I didn't even need you and Ryan to explain the details. When you gave me the broad, I was like, "That's better." That's just obviously better. Why did they change that? And it's like, well, again, to be spoiler free, there is a couple of things people have been talking about as to why we ended up with what we did, and that could explain it. And I mean, we said this on the show that once we get the full season, we can at least see the DNA of that decision, see how it worked out, see if it was as much of a mistake or not.
I think Az just coomed.
He did.
Oh, you're sending that to me, aren't you, Gary?
MauLer.
Yeah? You're sending that to me, aren't you?
Wait. You mean this too?
Oh! Oh!
Who's your pal?
You are.
That's right. Don't forget it. Sorry, MauLer. MauLer. But you saw it like without the book stuff, without staying anything, and it still had impact.
Oh, it had impact. But I was actually talking to Fringy about this after we'd spoken on the show. That, to be honest with you, it didn't go too far out of a normal thing that happens in that horrible universe for me.
Yeah.
Not too far. I think it would absolutely have hit me as a really horrible thing had they gone with the book version.
Yes.
And that seems to be the sentiment a lot of people have.
And they went soft like that. And they basically admitted it. So.
Yeah. And to try and get this across, because a lot of people are like, what? It was super effective. It's like, you had a chance to do this in a particular way. And again, I want to say some things, but I'm trying to avoid it. But the way that scene could have been sold, you could have done it. I saw someone shared the clip, right? The history of the Targaryens as read by I think the actress that played Catelyn.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I saw the clip of the same scene with her describing it, and I was like, oh man, that probably would have been better. And it's like, you don't know. Another thing, the thing that happens right after Gary, the revelation of the room that gets opened up into and what's happening in that room.
Yep.
Yep.
I feel like that. I know that they're doing things in the season, but that's another thing where I'm like, should that really be a part of this? That's like a different experience for the audience that I think.
I agree with that. It does change the dynamic of it. It's not terrible, but
no. But
there's a super cut out there. No, it's actually it comes with if you dare buy the Game of Thrones season 7 series, they have all on one disc. They have the history of Westeros, which are the animated ones, which are normally voiced over by actors who have died on the show. So what is it? Mark Addy, that's his name. Robert Baratheon. He does some stuff. Joffrey voices over. Why am I blanking on his name?
Sean Bean?
No, I don't think Sean Bean. Yes, he does. He does voice over one. Harry Lloyd. He does a lot of them too. He does a lot of the. I love Harry Lloyd, by the way.
No, he's awesome.
Yeah.
Harry Lloyd's in Arcane, by the way, Gary.
Is he?
He is.
He plays Professor X. Did you know he played Professor X?
I did not know that.
In
He's
Legion.
one of my favorites in
Legion. Yes. He's a great actor. I think he's a great actor.
Yeah.
He's
in Doctor Who.
He's in Doctor Who. Great episode of Doctor Who. But
Family
isn't
of Blood,
he
right?
Family of Blood. Distantly related to Shakespeare.
Is he?
Nice.
It's something like that. He's. I'll look into it. But I think he's cool. He's got some
But they have a disc with all of the history, and those are like some of the best special features ever, right? And they spoil
Charles Dickens.
That's cool. Charles Dickens is cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
But yeah, they do the whole history of Westeros and they spoil this entire fucking show. So like if you've watched the special features, you know what happens. But you know, without getting into it, a 7 out of 10 episode. I think it was a good start. It still looks better than anything out today. It's like watching a movie.
After the season's done, I could see myself coming back to this episode and being like, "Oh, okay, it is good that they did this though, because it did this and this and this. That's possible."
Or it could shit the bed.
It could. Let's not rule that out.
No.
Because you know, you can't help but discuss something like the Red Wedding. Not because this was going to be that, not at all, but it's a similar vein. And the Red Wedding is hard to beat for any TV show because of how much people were watching the show at the time, like the cultural sort of exposure it had, and then just how brutal it is and how subversive it is. You don't expect the hero to die and then the hero's son to rise up and then die. It's like, damn.
I read the book, so when the Red Wedding happened, I was literally just like
jaw on the floor.
The whole thing. It was insane.
I felt very lost. I'm like,
you know, Gary, it was funny. I remember at the time people saying they didn't do the Red Wedding quite right because Rob should have died and then gone into Grey Wind and then died. You know what I mean? Like the warging sort of thing.
They went away from. Well, that's one of the show's biggest mistake is backing off magic and.
Dude, talking about biggest fucking mistakes, how excellent Catelyn does in that scene, the actress for acting, and how much you're ready for her to become Lady Stoneheart. You're like, yep, we're good to go, everything's set, and then they're just like, nah. You're like, oh, okay, fine.
And Lena Headey also teased that Lady Stoneheart was coming in season.
Oh, it's such a fucking shame. What a mistake. They kept. Season 4 is where it all like you could start to, especially right at the end. You're like, wait a minute, that's a weird decision. You guys don't usually make such weird decisions. It's not
Dude,
fair.
In the books, Lady Stoneheart just starts. She becomes a angel or a demon of vengeance, right? And starts just plucking anybody who even peripherally had anything to do with the Red Wedding and just fucking killing them.
It's perfect for conflict. You know that scene with the phrase that are picking up the bounty or whatever, like the exchange from the Brotherhood of Banners people? I remember reading it and being like, this is I can see this in the TV show. This is going to happen for sure.
She got so bad that the members of half of the Brotherhood of Without Banners left. They're like, she is good. No, this is going too far. Because she's kidnapping Freys, and then she lures them out with ransom, right? And another Frey comes out, and they just kill all the fucking Freys they can until they run. Until like, they're like,
with Freys, he had like 1 million kids.
Yep.
You gotta kill them all. Which, by the way, would have been way more satisfying than Arya killing every single one of them.
Yes.
You're like, okay, fine. It was a little contrived, and that was like that's because Arya was George's favorite, right? She got everything.
Yep. But in the show, remember behind the scenes when they didn't give Jon Snow the moment with the Night King, and they're like, well, that's too typical. So we gave it to Arya, who also killed the Freys and also killed Littlefinger.
Dude, he found out who the White Walkers were yesterday.
Yeah, I know.
That was the worst part of it. She's so unrelated to all of this. She's like, what's even going on? And then she kills the motherfucking king. You're like, oh.
Yeah.
While Jon screams at a zombie dragon. That's what he was doing.
That's like a badly burnt Porkins showing up and killing fucking Darth Vader.
Such a fucking shame. Why?
And he has more connection than she did.
Like when he's outside, and the Night King is on him, and he's just like, right, let's go. And then it just split them apart.
Never mind. Yeah.
Dude, it was so like in denial when she stabbed him and he shattered and everything. So it was like, it's like a dream. It's an illusion. It's a lie. This isn't happening. There's no way. It wouldn't end this way. Why would they do this to me?
It got to, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong here, but it even got to a point where just like, oh no, John's not going to do this. Got to be Bran.
I would have taken fucking Theon over that. almost there's so many characters. Fucking Sejora, I would have had him do it instead of her.
Did he have a Valerian steel sword?
I think he did actually. Yeah.
So Jorah, yes. Well,
at least Jorah went out like
didn't he? I thought he did. I'm trying to remember now. Did he have?
Did he get it back? Did he get it back?
Yeah, they gave him his dad's sword, right? Longclaw, or was that?
He offered it back, Longclaw, but like he said, no, keep it.
Oh, he said
John.
no. Okay. Well, in our version, maybe he has it. Whatever.
Yeah.
Any version would be better than. Can somebody turn the light
Oh my! Don't even get me started.
Yeah,
There's so much drama. There's so much drama between Jon Snow having Jorah's dad's blade and Jon Snow's dad exiling Jorah for selling slaves, basically.
Yes.
There was it's cool, bro. That's it. Really? Could have done something. Oh my god. Why is that ad popping up? I'm looking at the House of the Dragon.
They did that with everything. Every last piece of conflict just fucking gone.
Yep.
Misused. You couldn't even kill Jorah right. He got stabbed through his armor by some randy zombies. It's like, okay.
I don't know. I was kind of like, oh, thank God. At least he went out fighting and protecting Khaleesi, which is more than a lot of these fucking losers are gonna get.
I'll give you that, but how fucking cool would it have been if he died like fighting a White Walker to save her or something?
Yeah, if he was fighting, if he's like fighting one of the big guys, or even if he went down to a dragon or something, that would have been well better. But remember, Gwendolyn Crystalline, she got fucking murked in the first second, and then was fine.
No, don't remind me of that incredible castle defense, dude. That's some. Let's
PTSD. Go outside.
Fucking hell.
Hey guys, you got walls right behind you.
Gary, do you remember the first 2 episodes were like fine?
Yes.
It was like, this is fine. This is all fine. There's a couple of fun conversations. We're setting up. It's like
the spiral of bodies that like get set on fire that Tormund sets at the first episode. We're like, okay, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, this can work. We're okay.
It was the Karstarks, right? The Karstarks get get chopped up and burned up. Yeah,
seeing catapults and shit at the front lines outside the castle is like, why is that there? Sending your entire cavalry into the fucking abyss. What was that?
Stupid.
It's like historically stupid. I to this day, it would be fun to fucking talk to the people who organized and made that and be like, what happened? And just to hear them say like, I don't know.
Yeah, but MauLer, they all regenerated in 2 episodes.
They did, and they did explain it. They said it looked cool. They wanted to do it because of the visuals.
Oh, the visual of the lights going out.
Oh yeah, I remember that. So it was when it's dark.
Hey, but they must have fucked real hard during the last 2 episodes to get them all in King's Landing again. Oh well, it's just a show. Doesn't matter.
It's so funny to me, dude. Actually, Daenerys was set up as going mad like the entire series. I guess he's been paying attention. It was always. It reminds me of the TLJ stuff, where it's like, do you really think that it was properly set up if the fucking planet is having trouble with this?
Yeah,
this isn't just some random YouTube video. This is everyone. I think you fucked up. I think you need to do it again.
They never explained
I told the story before. My dentist was complaining to me about Game of Thrones season 8.
Remember Varys read the script and then threw it across the table when he...
It's unacceptably stupid. You
remember the big mystery of there's really long seasons and they never explain it. It's kind of an important part. It's connected to the last long night.
2 years to get that next season, because that's my.
It's the shit we're talking about when we were like enjoying sort of House of Dragon, but you have that scene where it's like, there's a coming winter and there'll be one man who could save us, and It's going to be, you have to unite the realms. And you're like, just stop talking about it.
Yeah.
We don't need to talk about it.
Not going to happen. It's not going to happen, guys. It's not
Going
going
to
to
happen the way that you'd want it to.
See, the ending we thought we were going to get was the ending of Serenity, MauLer.
Oh, God, yeah.
That's pretty much what we have. We have two opposing sides fighting with a bigger bad raining hell down on them, right?
Yeah.
And they have to like defend themselves. It's not even uniting. It's we just need to survive.
Just aim at anything.
Yes.
Oh, I love that fucking part. Somebody fire.
Yes, sir. Somebody.
He's so smug before the Reavers arrive too. He's like, "Oh, we got this. This is so great." Not to mention, by the way, the first scene they share, and he's like, "You can't make me angry, so don't try."
Yeah.
Like, that's amazing. And then when they meet up at the end, he's like, "I haven't made you angry, have I?"
Yeah.
Well, Mal has an ability to make everybody
unarmed.
angry.
Boom, boom.
I know. God.
I am, however, not an idiot.
I could watch that movie again right now.
Oh, me too. So let's just stop. Let's just fuck it up. Let's just put it up now.
All right, bye, guys.
Yeah. Hey, no, this will be way better. Star Wars character of the day.
Oh
my God.
Star Wars character of the day.
Character of the day.
What
character
is
of the day?
What is the character?
Well, apparently, it's the one that says, "Well, you have a choice. They'll either accept or they won't." Meh.
Yes, she's the village genius.
And that's literally what she says.
Yeah.
I was laughing. I'm like, what the fuck?
If they lie, they stay. If they tell the truth, they'll be taken.
They'll be taken.
Cheers, Sherlock.
The way to go, Captain Obvious. Fucking A.
Who let this fucking thing talk? Well, actually, if you read the script, we're all kind of retarded. Oh.
Yeah. Well, hey, that's the defense for Fallout. So
here's meant to be the day.
Well, we have that cope going on with Star Wars too. With the fire in space, it was always dumb. No.
Every time goes straight back to the OT. You know the OT shit, guys. Did you know that? It's like, thanks. I don't know how this helps you at all, but okay.
Empire Strikes Back was this hated movie. That bullshit. The one that I went back and watched in theaters like 15 times, that stayed in the theater for it in my area for 2 fucking years. 2 years. I love that. I love that comment right there. Low quality shilling.
Yeah, it is. You know for a fucking fact, this is something that they had scheduled as soon as the episode came out. They made it in like 5 minutes, and then they're not going to look at any of the responses to this. They're like, whatever. Character of the day. Fuck you. Like, what does it even mean? It's like, what? The fact that it said her name, which is NASA, I guess. I was like, how do you hide that information?
Careful. That was you nearly went with the hard A.
If there's a place where you can find this information, I don't know where it is. Who the fuck would have written this down?
Star Wars Holocron. That's who.
It would be so funny if they just made that up. Like, there's no way you got that from. Like, I don't know. That sounds about right. Call her Schleppo.
It's Schlurpo's mum.
Oh god, that would have been so funny. Schleppo.
And Schlurpo just speaks in obvious. That's his language. If you don't drink water, you'll be thirsty.
That's how they do from Mystery Man.
Yeah. Oh no. Character of the day. God, I hope she comes back in the next episode.
Dude, it'd be so fucking funny if the Wookiee picks her up and tosses her into like a hole or something.
just like force pushes her in. Fall like if Hole be clear?
Yes.
A different
I
timeline.
hate Star Wars. I fucking hate it. It's poop.
It's a bit poopy.
It is a bit poopy.
Big pile of big steel poopy pants.
It just randomly like, why is that? Yeah. Gundam just tweeted. That's why I saw it. Gundam's like, who? Yeah. I was just looking for memes, but
aren't we
The
all?
one with the one where it was like, oh, remember? I want to say Tala. I think her name was. I think it was Star Wars Hulk. I was like, remembering Tala. She died 2 years ago. It's like, what the fuck?
Let's see if I can find that.
Who?
Well, it'd be funny if you can see if Az can remember if you get the tweet up. I did quote tweet it, so it should be able to see easy to find.
Oh, you did? Okay, good. That's
Okay.
way easier to find because you don't tweet like a 14-year-old.
I tweet
girl.
like twice per day about if that.
Hey,
If
I've cut
that.
down my tweeting to 50 a day.
Wow. I'm proud of you, Az.
Yeah.
Here it is.
Progress, not perfection.
That's what we like to say around here. That's what we like to say. 2 years since we lost Tala.
Oh, that big oh for God. Oh, jeez.
It took me a second. I'm like, Game of Thrones?
That's what a lot of people said. It's like, I know her. She was in Game of Thrones.
She's the one who was in Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning Part 1.
I'm trying to remember what else. She was apparently in a. Well, she does pop up in a bunch of stuff. She was actually in Doctor Who. She
Yeah,
was,
she is, yeah.
She was in the Bridgerton episode.
Oh,
Which doctor?
exactly.
The latest one. Nurse What?
Oh,
Which
that's
doctor?
why. Not gonna ever make it there.
Yeah, you don't.
Do you remember the way she died? It was like she could have thrown the grenade and she just didn't.
Yep.
She just looked at it. Did she just like look at it and then it?
No.
Oh no, she's holding it. Yeah, she oh, what? Oh wow.
Throw the fucking grenade, you idiot! Like
She deserved to then at that rate. Oh my god.
Remember how? Well, oh god, I fucking hated that show. I fucking hated that fucking show.
probably because it was really bad.
It was really. Well,
At least she got her boobies out in Game of Thrones.
Did she?
Yeah.
Did she?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Oh my god, how do you not remember that?
When?
For other boobs.
I think you might be
Not
mistaken,
hers.
Gary.
No.
I thought his daughter got her boobs out. In it.
Yeah.
No.
Mm.
There's a scene
Gary's boob memory
with
is
Pedro
just-
Pascal. My boob memory is very good. Most other
Everything
things.
else. No.
Okay.
Oh, is this in the brothel where they got all the?
Yeah.
where he's-
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay.
We'll
Yeah,
trust
just
you on your boob
Listen, I can't remember my kids' names, but I remember everything I saw boobs.
Okay, wait.
His boobopedia.
and that's all that matters. That's all that matters at the end of the
Oh,
day.
she was in Rome. You're right.
You should
Chat.
you should do a poll, X-Ray Girls. It was Gary. Is his boobometer working or is it broken? Because
Yeah.
everyone in
Yeah.
chat's seen Game of Thrones. I think pretty much.
I'm the boob whisperer. That's right, chat.
Does Tala get them out in Game of
It's not
Thrones?
Tala.
So I've seen some people say no, that was in Rome, and you've got bad memory.
No,
Oh.
she's in Rome too. But there's a scene with Pedro's loving a dude, but she's there too. In the brothel.
Okay.
Is Gary's
Getting
boobometer working?
more
I'm voting
yeses.
no myself. Just saying.
Okay.
More yeses than no's.
I could be wrong. I'm wrong about a lot of shit. So
Look, as long as she got them out in something, isn't that all that matters?
This is what it's about. As I was going to do a whole "it brings us together" speech at the end. You know.
Oh, okay. Oops.
No, it's
Bring us
okay.
together.
Just
Okay.
like
You were
food.
premature, and that's suitable.
Hey,
Oh.
why break the habit of a lifetime? Why break the habit of a lifetime?
Oh my god.
38 seconds, baby.
It's not premature if it's planned that way.
That's my excuse.
I have a bad memory. You're right, chat. I have a bad memory. Chat wins. Chat is undefeated. Chat is undefeated. All right, let's
2 years. Who the fuck misses? Oh, jeez. Whatever.
Super chats, guys. Super
Yay.
chats.
Shoops.
We all need to rest up, take our naps before we see Acolyte tonight. Thank God it's 30 minutes with 6.5 minutes of credit, so it might be 27 minutes long, the length of a sitcom.
Please. That's what I need.
I wonder if you put laugh tracks to it, if that makes it better.
Someone do it out there, please.
I don't know.
Do you know, I reckon you probably could put a laugh track to the Acolyte and turn it into a legitimate comedy.
You could. Yeah. People have done that with other shows, and it does kind of work.
We're here to take your children with your permission. It works! It works!
God, it just keeps going though.
I know. Just like the Acolyte, it outstays its welcome.
Yep. Mikey Gussler. We got 4 parts for $35. What's up, Mikey? Did you see that Jay Longbone said that the witches from the Acolyte look like they're wearing the Crown Royal bag they put over the alcoholic? The Crown Royal bag they put over the bottle. That's pretty good. It does. I agree with that. You guys know what Crown Royal is? It's a booze that comes in a purple bag.
It's purple.
Ryan has a good theory as to why the kid from episode 1 and
careful.
What, Ryan?
No, are you going to give spoilers away?
Oh, let me see. That's really good because I almost did. Hang on. Talk amongst yourselves for a minute.
Excellent job there, as you would have saved me potentially.
I know. I was like, wait a minute, he's not going to carry on, and he just was carrying on. I was like, uh-oh.
I did notice that in when we did the mainstream. I said when Gary started super chats, I was like, remember, might get some spoilers, and that he was clearly only reading them for the first time and putting them on screen as well.
So
luckily,
I shouldn't give any spoilers. I wasn't aware of this rule. Sorry.
No, well, I mean, I don't even know if you'll know. Sometimes, it can be.
I don't know if this really. Ryan has a good theory. Episode 1, and Eamon from a future episode, or of episode 6 from last season, were hurt and not protected, is because Kristen Cole was assigned, but was busy with Allison Hightower. Okay, so he was possibly busy. Yeah,
there's plenty of story repercussions we can get from the payoff as it is. That's definitely a thing.
Yeah,
you shall see what they get up to.
It's not stated in the book, but it's like implied. Kristen Cole really liked Allison. That's it. Like enough to go downtown. Is it going to make Laura Strong jealous? That's the question. I don't think so, but
who knows what he's up to.
Speaking of Jay Longbone, when are you going to have her back on Friday Night Tights? Probably soon. Her last appearance was of May of last year. Do you have the IMDb, Mikey? Because I don't even know. Also, please consider my offer of making her a co-host on The Real BBC. What about her offer? Are you her agent, Mikey? We love Jay Longbone. We do.
Oh, yeah.
Did you see from the new photos of Deadpool and Wolverine that Toad is in the background? Is it Ray Park playing Toad? That'd be cool.
Doubt it.
And Juggernaut from X3, Vinny
Did he
Jones.
go through? Didn't Ray Park go through a whole weird thing?
I think he had accusations of something, right? Something happened. Whenever that happens, I just assume we'll never see them again.
Yeah.
Right, from X3 behind Logan. Also, No Way Home is the Force Awakens of Spider-Man movies. I didn't go that far. That's going a bit far.
To me, that feels like someone who hasn't appreciated just how damaging the Force Awakens is.
Yeah. No Way Home didn't kill Han Solo.
It didn't. Well, and
or the equivalent.
No Way Home did something that was shocking. It didn't destroy Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man.
No.
And it redeemed Andrew Garfield's in all
That's what I'm saying. It's like that's surprising. There's no way you can call it the TFA of Spider-Man at that point already.
I disagree.
Bear in mind, though, that was made by Sony and not Marvel as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like, is it a groundbreaking movie? No. Is it a fun movie that did something kind of impossible? You brought together 3 Spider-Man and you made it part of the plot, and it was very satisfying, and it kind of brought you back to a older era of movies, which was only 5 years previous, where you had videos going up of crowd reactions and people were cheering and shit. Like, that's what you want.
Yeah, I was watching those videos.
I was too, for tentpole entertainment, right? For tentpole, big budgeted superhero movies. That's exactly what you want, right? You want people cheering, walking out happy. Do I have criticisms of that movie? Yes. And
I mean, as far as
about them in my review.
Strange was sacrificed for like a lot of other people, but yeah, I mean, he got fucked over in his own movie as well. So.
And Aunt May using Uncle Ben's line, even though it was poignant, is still like, it just as a Spider-Man purist. But yeah, Doctor Strange was useless in it, and honestly, the first the Daredevil cameo was great, but the first third of the movie drags a little bit, and it gets going after the first third of the movie. And Willem Dafoe just fucking kills it.
Oh my god, he's so good in it.
Yep.
Gary, can you share this before you do? Gary and MauLer, and maybe even X-Ray. Just, we're not going to play it. I'm not interested in what the guy's going to say, but I just want you to tell me what you think. What comes to your mind when you see this guy?
Wait.
What comes to mind when I see him?
Yeah, when you see it, does anything sort of like come to mind? Gary, you got to. Does anything kind of come to mind?
No, I'm not going to say this is a trap. It looks the guy looks AI generated for one, but what comes to mind?
Yeah. What comes to mind?
A bowl cut? I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm not going to say, dude.
Molly?
Well, the hairline looks like it got fucked up or something a little bit.
Okay, I saw this. I was like, oh my god, he's a fucking auton.
Yeah. That's why I said AI.
Oh
generated.
yeah, no. I can because I kind of line up with Gary. He looks a little strange, like a little plasticky kind of.
Yeah, it just looks like an auton from fucking Doctor Who. Hold on.
It's like Mickey as an auton.
Yeah, he's real. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he's real.
Yeah,
but it just looked. I just saw that. I just thought it was quite Doctor.
Looks like an auton.
That's the best thing that Doctor Who's done in.
Oh my god!
Spearhead from space.
I wonder if did your chat say
still,
anything?
In my opinion, the greatest introduction of a Doctor. Follow very closely, like 1A, 1B to the 11th hour. Okay.
I see a lot of Don Lemon Lass.
I thought you were going a completely different direction, and I'm really glad I didn't answer. I'm going to put in the private chat. I'll put in the private chat what I was going to say.
Okay. I was just like Mickey.
That is amazing. No.
MauLer's not laughing. I feel bad. I feel a little insecure now. You didn't see the private chat?
Look at the private chat.
I mean, I'd have to compare.
That's why I was sitting there going like this. I'm like, well, you know.
Oh no.
We're deep into the live stream. We won't get in any trouble, right? So
yeah, I just thought Mickey.
On the Piers Morgan thing, for one, I was up till 5 a.m. doing the Acolyte video, so I had like 3 hours sleep. And Paul Hale for having me back on. It was really fun. Most of the talk was Kevin Spacey because, like, understandably, Piers had just did an interview with him, and it went viral. And I don't think that interview helped Kevin Spacey at all, in my opinion. I think it made things a lot fucking worse, and that seemed to be the consensus.
I could get why Piers would want to say that it was a good move. Of course he would, but like,
of course he would.
I don't know that it was a good move at all. Yeah,
it wasn't, especially if you go to the later chapters with the like darker subjects that they get into, which we won't get into here. I don't think he did himself any favors. I think it actually made it worse, and it looked like, well, at least Esther and Will agreed with me. Like each side were both like, nah, he's not going to come back, but it was for completely different reasons. Like they were like his improprieties in Hollywood, which I'm like, that's freaking Hollywood, and that's, I mean, it's not good, but that's Hollywood. And then there's us who are like, well, there's the island, there's the real, it's kind of, yeah. But when we started actually talking about like Star Wars, I couldn't get much of a word in edgewise. I don't even know if I should say this. I almost said something.
Just for the record, because I sent this message to you, I thought it was fucking hilarious. It's like a 40-minute video, and then 35 minutes is this hypercharged political, social, hot topic shit that's super back and forth, and then it just sort of cuts off, and Piers is like, now, I'd like to talk to Nerdrotic about Star Wars.
I know. And then what? And then he's like, is Star Wars gay? And I'm like, yes.
There's something so fucking uncanny about watching Piers Morgan talking to people about like celebrities, blah, blah, blah. That it's just like, and now to Gary to talk Star Wars. I'm just like, what?
It's almost as jarring as like Ben Shapiro talking about some hardcore political subject, and then try my pillow. Now we're sponsored by this mattress or some shit. It's jarring. It's jarring.
Oh, and by the way, how did you not tell Drinker his microphone was fucked?
Dude, I was in the middle of it, and I didn't want to.
Well, didn't you guys have like a 5 minutes before you start or anything?
There's people in his ear who can tell him. So I kind of thought they would do it, and I didn't want to like break his like at one point you're just like, fuck it, just roll with it, Like my camera was fucked, his microphone was fucked. Like my white balance, I think it was because X-Ray Girl was in there earlier, so I looked all yellow and my white balance was off.
I don't think that's how it works, Gary.
I don't think that's how that works.
But yeah, I'm sorry, Drinker. I should have told him that he's going through his camera mic. He's making great points though. It's all
I felt
good.
bad for him because he was like, he'd be like, Critical Drinker, what do you have to say? And he's like, you can tell that there was several top comments like, why did nobody tell him? And then obviously I've spoken to him since, and he was like, yeah, nobody let me know. There was not much I could do. He said you had one of those dreaded Windows updates, and
yeah,
you know what it does? It just fucks with everything.
Yes, it does.
It does all the time. It fucks with StreamYard. I can't say what I was going to say. I can say it. I'm going to save it for the next Piers Morgan if I'm talking to that dude again. and
my
not
favorite is the I don't know his name, the other guy who's just a bad take fucking machine gun.
Well, they both were. That was double barreled. That was a double barreled bad take Gatling gun.
Bad take machine gun.
You can tell he's just like, whatever these people say, I'm disagreeing. Like, that's what's happening.
One of those.
One of those. I had a comeback though.
Oh yeah, I mean, that's what those shows are. They do encourage you to basically be catty with everybody, right? That's like the dynamic, and you have like sections of time specifically for it. And then he's like, "Okay, bye." He's like, all right, that was that, I guess.
Let's do super chats.
All right.
I shared it with MauLer though. It would have been soundbited probably pretty bad. So, Aldred the Drifter is gifted 5 Nerdrotic memberships with $25. Thank you very much. And thanks again, Mikey. We love you. You have your opinions. Some of them I think are a little crazy, but you are accepted here completely. Because I know you think some of my opinions are crazy. And they are. Absolutely are.
We all got a little crazy.
We all got a little crazy. Okay. Gene the Machine for $20 says, in a galaxy far, far away, a story of space, lesbian witches of color who isolated themselves out of fear while practicing the dark arts of domestic violence and artificial insemination and led to one child to commit full BLM. That's the Acolyte. That's the plot synopsis, by the way. Thank you. Marty Gray for 50 British pounds. That's proper money. We're going to applaud that.
This is a dad joke, Marty. Better not be a dad joke.
Watch Star Wars Theory's latest Palpatine and Anakin skit. It's hilarious. Go watch it. It's a little long. Like, for good videos, for one, he's got it on his own channel. I want you to give him the views. Go watch it there. But it's actually pretty freaking funny. Didn't one of his Star Wars videos get demonetized?
Yes.
Yeah, like that's fucking ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
Well, he did say, he put out a tweet or something saying something like blah blah blah. Maybe YouTube will stop demonetizing my videos or something.
Well, okay, just to let everybody know, there was an algorithm change, and this happens. Like YouTube goes on a demonetization spree, and then it usually kind of works itself out after about a week or so. But like, I'm getting emails on really old live streams from Nerdrotic Live, like 3 years old. Like every couple of hours, I'm getting like 4 revenue sharings or demonetized. I'm just like, whatever. So something's going on. But like Star Wars Theory getting demonetized for any of his videos is kind of ridiculous. Like our stuff.
Well, and he's just perpetually a target of like, you're the worst. It's funny, him and Drinker are like competing to be the most hated Star Wars related content creator. I guess you as well, Gary. Wouldn't want to leave you out.
You can hate me. Yeah, they didn't mention Star Wars Theory. That's pretty sad. Like I'm way more checked out than those two guys are. Like I'm here to point and laugh. I'm here to go, ha, 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 wow, you really suck. You know, that's it. That's all.
It's admirable.
Thank you. I care in that aspect. Yeah. I care in that aspect, but if we've said it a million times, it needs to be vaulted for a very long time, and new creative people need to be involved for it to possibly have a chance to be a fraction of what it used to be.
They need to throw it into a galaxy far away.
But it is fascinating watching like Doctor Who and Star Wars kind of go at it as like the race to the bottom, you know? And it's neck and neck right now. It's neck and neck. And oh boy, here comes the boys. Sean Sams for $20 says, I haven't been following the boys closely these past couple of years. Yeah, because it sucks. But I heard the new episode drop, so I figured I would watch the new episodes. What a mistake. The woke politics are so over the top, pure propaganda. And they have been since like season 2. And they moved the direction of the show of being just anti-MAGA. That's all it is. And they're like, we totally fooled you, sucker. It's like
there was a lot of aspects to the boys, especially season 1. I feel like everybody got pretty pulled into, which is the like corporatism and satirical elements of how almost everything can be destroyed through a cynical sense of just what's in it for me. And that a lot of the arcs for the characters were about that. And then Homelander being this anti-Superman of what it can be to be so powerful, but to also be so self-interested. It's like you can do a lot with it. There's plenty. I feel like season 1 did a pretty good job. Starlight particularly, I quite liked her journey of she's this bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, ready to fight the bad guys and win the day. She has like an awful experience immediately with the Deep. And then she has loads of these like people telling her, no, you got to do it this way. You got to do this. You got to do all these promotional things. Like, remember when she goes to try and help someone who's in trouble and they're like, you didn't tell us you were going to do that. And you didn't clear it with blah, blah, blah. And it's all very cynical, you know, and then she almost goes viral for getting in trouble and stuff. And then, you know, by the end of the season, she chooses to continue doing good hero work instead of siding with Vought. And you're just like, oh, see, a story and a character. But something's gotten lost along the way.
It's supposed to mirror an actress being in Hollywood, basically.
That's what I'm saying. Like the allegory is strong, and I would still to this day defend season 1. I think it's strong. I think it's worth seeing.
Yeah,
that's
season
about
1
it,
is.
though. Yeah.
But as we've said, like, I don't okay, if you're gonna go hard on one side, fine, just go as hard on the other side, because you're trying to push this narrative that there's a good side. In politics, there isn't. There isn't. And the people who, we see this in Game of Thrones, the people who get screwed over, the small folk, the working folk, middle class. Like, so if you went after both of them with your flamethrower, more people would be interested. It would be funnier. It would be probably a more biting satire. And instead, they openly chose a side which alienates half their audience, which they don't think they need. At this point, they don't. Like, I think the show is just watched like people watch MSNBC or Fox or whatever side you're on. It's confirmation bias. That's it. Too bad, because it could have been a much more biting commentary like the books, like the comics. And I hear people saying that the show's better than the comics. You're fucking high. You're just high. The comics tail off a little bit, because the artist, Derek Robertson, bails for a little while, and that happened. But yeah. Still waiting to hear from my cameo. By the way, we only got one season left. Will I say yes?
Will you be offered?
No. And I wouldn't. I would say no.
But I don't know why people are acting surprised. Eric Kripke's been screaming about this for 3 years now.
Have you seen anybody say they're surprised season 4 is this way as opposed to they're disappointed?
I haven't seen any surprise. It's just like more of like collectively rolling your eyes to the back of the head, and then they kind of fall out your ears. But
fall out your ass.
Or your ass. Yeah, that's probably a better analogy. But nobody's like shocked. Like that date in January, like going after that is just like, oh God.
I mean, you guys remember the meme lord who shot that guy in season 2? That shit was like, what the hell? And how they made the Nazi girl the one who was interested in writing. I thought that was so odd. She's criticizing them for the shitty script. So that I just don't know what
they gender swapped the Nazi character to a woman to show female empowerment. I mean, like, why? I don't know. It was weird. It was a weird decision. Stormfront. Weird. And then they say they make fun of like girls get it done, and then they lean into it, which was weird.
Dude, that worked for them for so long. It's like they're making fun of the tropes. It's like, no, they are the trope.
Yeah, I mean
they are the trope.
You had the film production, and you had the women get things done, and we all laughed because that is like the current vein in Hollywood. And then the punchline to that at the end of the season was, actually, women do get things done.
Get it done.
And it's just like, what? You just literally mocked yourself, you fucking idiot.
What's wrong with me? The season's opinion was, yeah, we can make fun of it, but it is true. It's like, what? I mean, and besides, it's like, the point was never women can't do anything. It's that you overcompensate like crazy, and it's cringe as fuck.
Yes. And that's exactly what I was done after season 2.
But MauLer, they're the ones who understand media literacy.
Ooh. I wish I did.
Yeah, me too.
Me too. Hashtag me too.
Hashtag me too, please.
Me too, please.
Yeah, me too, me please.
Louis C for $35 says the Acolyte is the origin of how OSHA created the classification for fire extinguishers. A, ordinary combustible. B, flammable liquids. C, electrical fires. D, combustible metals. And K, commercial kitchen. There you go. OSHA.
Who built that base?
I don't know. Who they did, obviously.
It would be so fucking funny if there was one contractor guy who came from just a different area. He comes in every once in a while. He's got his little hat on. He's like, "What do you want? You You want this big? Why are we building?
Wait,
this is
you
the
guys
worst
are in
idea.
hiding. You guys are in hiding, but you want to build it on top of a mountain where it can be seen from space.
Have you seen how big it is?
It's huge.
Do you know how long that would take to build with an army of fucking people?
I could get it done in a week at most, but this is still way
They
too
got their
much.
own Castle Grayskull up there, but it's our super secret base. Okay.
But, and he's like, he's figuring through the pages, and he's like, I really need to talk to you. What is this flammable stone? Why do you want it flammable? What? And she's like, you want to understand?
I
Like, no,
recommend
don't
against.
understand.
Yeah, I recommend against taking the flammable steel.
On my watch party, I was trying to like justify it. I don't know why. I'm like, there's some wood on the frame, but yeah, the stone is catching on fire next to the metal door. So I don't know. And it wasn't a full engulfed flame. It was just like little pockets in the super secret base. I'm glad they drew the line on the big neon sign that said no men allowed super secret base on top. I mean, they shouldn't have, Josh Kelsey.
Because this is an Austin Powers fucking movie. That's
Dude,
what.
it was. I was Dr. Evil's face. That's what I was thinking. Which has a giant penis.
Well, there's that. Well, that's not going to happen for this one.
That's what he said. The Austin Powers movies are full of behind in ability to satirize anything, because it's just we're way stupider than that now.
Look, Johnson. Josh Kelsey for $19.99. He just drops a chat. Drops some money, chat, words,
Stuff.
senility.
Things.
Stuff and things.
Thank you, Josh. That's what he does. Samuel Eriton for $49.99. Thank you, Samuel. It's the ideology subversion of good and evil and any and all underlying traditional Western philosophies. There is no light side or dark side. They normalize what was considered evil and demonize what was once noble. True to the Bezmenov's warning. Oh, the Bezmenov, yes. That video that goes around.
Benny Hill Jesuits.
The Benny Hill Jesuits. Bezmenov. That's a good video, by the way. And yeah, it's playing out. You can watch that one and then watch Razor Fist video. Hollywood Was Always Red. Benjamin Cobb for $20. First super chat ever. Let's see if I can hit the right button. Ah, wow. I did it. There you go. We'll be gentle. Just a theory, a film theory. But the last scene for the Acolyte will be one of the twins on a familiar desert planet walks into a shop, flirts with a woman named Shmi, and becomes Anakin's other mother.
Oh, no.
That's a spoiler. That's not even a theory. That's a spoiler. Wasn't it? Was Chris? It was saying that there'll be a scene where it's like, I am your mother.
No, she'll see a woman and the woman will have a baby. She'll be like, what's your baby called? And they'll be like, Shmi Skywalker. And be like,
let's not.
Let's not. Any of that. Let's not. Forest Through the Trees for $50. Says, hi, everyone. Appreciate the reviews of The Acolyte and House of the Dragon. Thank you. I enjoyed that immensely. It was Fringy and Ryan and MauLer, and we just chit-chatted about an episode.
Every week, that's going to be a relief. Just
heaven.
Ready to talk about it.
So thanks for enjoying that. Has MauLer seen Safe House with Denzel and Ryan Reynolds? And Gary, I sent you an email related to Forbidden Frontier on June 9th and 10th. I understand you're on travel, but I wanted to follow up and see if you've read it. I haven't, but I will.
And no, I haven't seen whatever that is.
Safe House.
Nope.
No, I haven't seen it either.
I think I've seen it. Do I
Whoa.
remember it? No.
Oh my God.
Whoa.
That is a weird reality we're in right now. I've seen the movie before these two.
The end is near. Spartacus. I like that. For $50. After episode 3, I went back and watched. Oh, don't. Okay. Spartacus, thank you for the $50. It is not ANH, A New Hope. It is Star Wars. Just say Star Wars. That's what it is. A New Hope? No, it's Star Wars.
You can confuse people sometimes if you do that.
Empire Strikes Back, and listen to what Obi-Wan and Yoda said about the Force. Yes, that's my detox. I watched that. I put the clip in my video and I watched the scene 4 times. Just it took me back to being 10 years old and hearing that for the first time and seeing Dagobah and like really buying into this fucking puppet with the voice of Miss Piggy, Frank Oz, is fucking awesome. It is awesome. The true meaning of the Force. Then went and listened to an old interview by Lucas on what the Force is. Yes. They can't take away Star Wars. They can't. It ended with Return of the Jedi. That's where it ends. And yes, the prequels are Star Wars. You heard me say it. Not a fan, but they're Star Wars. You can't take that away. Okay. There's some good in the prequels. Lightsaber duel.
Well, not my favorite things, but didn't despise them. Didn't be like, that's.
I saw somebody put on Twitter which made it cooler. The pod racing scene. It's cool. It's fine. It's for kids. It's fine. But the set that they made, like the practical set that they made, I'm like, that made it cooler. That just instantly makes it cooler. They made this bigature, and it was fucking rad. Craftsmanship. Bitcoin guy on the Streamlabs side for $20. Thank you guys for watching the Acolyte. So I don't have to. I have a question. There are a lot of people of color in the Acolyte, but not in Phantom Menace. So when did the POC genocide happen? It kind of mirrors the genocide in Lord of the Rings. So, there'll be a movie about that later.
That's going to be a very difficult episode to watch.
Very difficult.
It's going to be very poignant.
Actually, the prequels are diverse. They're plenty diverse.
I don't know if you guys saw, but apparently Tom Hardy was asked about the next Mad Max film, and he said, "I don't think that's happening."
No.
Which, I mean, why would it? They're not going to fund it now. It's not. It's too much of a risk. Probably should have done that one first, guys.
I'll go out on a limb here by saying the Tom Hardy one might have done slightly better than Furiosa, but not much better. No, the Mel Gibson one would have done a lot fucking better.
I mean, I'm not disagreeing with that. I just, because he's not even whatever. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. No, but
goodbye, Mad Max as a franchise. Maybe they'll figure you out in fucking 50 years from now.
Oh, right. And that's the creator of the franchise going back to his own work and doing a good job building the world. Like, I like the movie. I'm not going to apologize for it. I liked it. I watched it and I liked it. That's what, dude, I guess your boy Zach has been on a terror, and I love Richard. I do. Has been on a terror about people celebrating the flop of the movie. And I'm like, I don't know. I mean, maybe some were, but I don't think people were just celebrating. They were just pointing out here is a data point. Here is evidence of something that generally audiences like, generally critics like, that failed miserably because you didn't give people what they want. Plus that Hollywood has a stain on it. Hollywood has brand damage, and it's just a fact at this point. Now we can also get into this movie should have probably never been made for the budget it was, based on the previous movie not making any money at all, getting praised heavily, but that praise and Academy Award nominations and all that means dick right now. But was it not a flop? It was a flop. It lost tons of money. That technically makes it a flop. So us pointing it out is not bad. We aren't making these things bad. We aren't poisoning any audiences. People are going to go to who they trust. And my video and Drinker's video, we praised the movie. But we also said, I totally understand why it failed. So I think it's a really interesting conversation. And then then Bad Boys does good. So it comes down to why Bad Boys did good. Bad Boys 4 did good. It was just a fun movie. There's no bullshit in it or anything. It's just a dumb action movie. And it gave you know, like you go to a Bad Boys movie, you don't want your expectations subverted. You want to just see, you know, Will Smith get slapped multiple times by Martin Lawrence in a scene, which is funny. And there you go. It's funny because as Logan, Nerdrotic Jr. is like, what's going on with Zach right now? And I'm like, because he watches all his videos. I'm like, Zach goes on a tear once in a while. He does this. It's fine. I love him. And it's good to have these opinions and question these things at all time. I think it is. I think it's a good thing to do. But yeah, Bad Boys did good because, you know, it gave people what they wanted, right? It was an okay movie. It was a good movie. Drinker just did a review of it. Nils Berlin for $20 on the Streamlabs side. Greetings from Germany. Guten Tag? That's all I know.
Guten Tag, mein Herr.
9. Danke. Bitte, baby.
Bitte, baby.
9 Schnitzenglubens is my limit.
The sheriff's okay. Let's move.
Yeah, let's stop that.
Let's move on from.
It's
that.
It's two. I'm
Sounds like
tired.
imitating me.
No.
Have you ever seen Blazing Saddles X-Ray Girl?
Yeah, once.
Okay.
I don't remember the word like lines like you do though. Give me.
That's because we've seen it like a million times. Because it's really funny.
Goodbye, Mad Max franchise.
Bye.
Well.
Yeah.
Arg, another name. 2 parts for $20 says, I love that the main character names are stolen from a Canadian scented soap company. Osha May Soap. It really. Oh, no. Is that true? There's a website here. The Osha May Soap.ca. It's a website.
Oh my god, it is Ocean May Soap. Here, I'm going to share it.
Yeah, share it.
Oh my god.
Ocean May.
Do you think Leslie?
Oh, 100%. 100%.
God.
She probably buys this shit and it's just like, oh, OSHA May. One OSHA, the other. I bet that is the level of fucking retardation we're dealing with here.
Skincare and apothecary.
Oh. Because some people thought it was OSHA because of the
Wildcrafted botanicals.
That's the way I like it.
Phytonutrient something or other. Professional. What?
A skincare apothecary.
Apothecary.
Small bitches. Oh, sorry, small batches. Sustainable.
Wildcrafted botanicals. You just fucking shut up, hippie.
Phytonutrient dense. What?
Oh, it's fucking soap. Okay, Jesus. It helps wash your ass. Shamar.
The Acolyte is soap. That's the title of my review for tomorrow. The Acolyte, episode 4. The Acolyte is soap.
And part 2 of this says Shamar.ca advertises an apothecary line. So, Sean Sams for $25. Hey guys. Have you all seen how bad The Boys has become? The new season is so over the top with the woke political propaganda. I think they're fighting The Acolyte for the most woke show currently airing. Well, as I said, we've got a lot of holdovers from, we live in a different world now.
Admiral
like even from a couple of years ago, Admiral holdovers. That's good. And a lot of stuff was delayed, and I would say the taste of the audience never really shifted, but the amount of the audience learning how to say no has gone up to where I just we're done. Macho Camacho for $20 on the Streamlabs side. I think we should praise Disney for representing the world we live in today. For even in a galaxy far, far away, black children grow up without a father, then burn down their own community. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh no.
Yeah, there wasn't good optics with 2 black children, no father. I was like, fucking hell, Les.
Well, Doctor Who left an abandoned baby girl by a space portal too.
Yeah, probably dumped her in it.
Fear the Tardo on the Streamlabs side for $40. Here we go. Tardo think new Star Wars show Apple life real bad. Lesbian headlamp be real bad showrunner. Apparently, lesbian headlamps years of assistance to hardly whipping, no giving training for shows. Just more proof that Kathy Canopy should be head of Puka's film. You didn't say lock it in. Yay. I'll say it.
Lock it in. Yay.
Blind Boy Gaming for $19.99. First time donator. Cheers. First year lurker. We love the lurkers. Shout out to myself. Shout out to you. 2-year anniversary for the channel coming up on July 4th. Hey, congratulations. Small channels run as side hobbies need love too. We are all small, and it just ends. Be you. Boo? We are all small, boo. Are you my boo? I don't know. Thank you. Well, I don't know. Did you start your? Oh, maybe you did. I started my channel as a hobby. Did you start your channel as a hobby, or were you like?
No, sir. I was in it to win it.
There you go. MauLer?
I'm trying to remember. I think I was always hoping to make a career out of it. But it was definitely always going to be something that I was doing that I wanted to do anyway.
Yeah. So it's always going to be there, whether you had a day job or not, or
Yeah, it was something I was going to do, even if it didn't work out.
Yeah.
I might have cut off the super chat, by the way.
Which one?
That one. We are all small but many. Hail the
Okay.
199. Sorry, Blind Boy Gaming. I got a blind girl moment.
I was gonna say he's called Blind Boy Gaming, and you couldn't even fucking see it.
What the hell? X-ray girl. Damn it.
I'm tired, okay?
It's all good. Yes, you are, and you worked really hard. Well done. I always I intended on doing it forever, no matter if it was just my mom watching, which is ironic because my mom doesn't watch. I just talked to her yesterday, and she's like, "Are you still doing your radio show?"
She calls it a radio show.
It's doing all right. It's doing all right.
Yeah, Mom.
All right.
I love you, Mom. She called me for Father's Day.
Could be worse. My mum just discovered my channel after 12 years.
Oh, you're like, damn it. Yeah, Daz has been on YouTube.
Oh, wow.
Not quite as long as Eric, but for a long time.
Wow.
A Marculus for $50. You guys need to look up Gordy Haab, Haab. He is an American film composer and one of the composers of the Jedi Survivor game. He is so good that he is actually on Lucas's shortlist as a replacement for a Star Wars composer and considered the B-side of John Williams, which has been one of the biggest mistakes. And it has to be deliberate at this point, guys. John Williams' music is a character in Star Wars. Mm-hmm. This is a cinematic franchise. All the movies, all the real movies were the music was conducted by John Williams. You have to emulate that. And we'll go back to Picard season 3. What's the first thing they fucking fixed?
The music, man.
The music.
Proper Star Trek-y music.
Yep.
Integrating the old music into it.
And then, so the Acolyte music is just bad, CW basic bitch music, and all of it has been. How is Andor soundtrack, MauLer? Was that?
I mean, I thought it was pretty neat. Nothing. It didn't strike me enough to be like, oh, you should listen to it outside of the show or anything like that. It's Star Wars is in a weird place for its soundtrack right now.
I think honestly, OSTs are in a bad place. They're very generic, and with some rare exceptions, it's just been Marvel doesn't really have Like all those Marvel movies, there's a couple of things you remember, but from fucking Star Wars, you remember every note. You know,
something that struck me was the comparison of Ant-Man's theme to Quantumania. I put it in my video, but it was like, why have you've like added so much shit to it now that it's not even as iconic as it was.
Yep.
So I quite like the Ant-Man original one. Same composer too as the Buffy composer. I'm pretty sure. Christoph Beck.
Oh yeah. Oh, I did not know that. I didn't even know that. There you go. Joss Whedon had a lot of influence in those early Marvel movies, didn't he?
Gary, just share this. The BBC are they are really going for it now. Assistant, this is a job for the BBC are advertising. Assistant producer, classical music, BBC Audio North, extended, Salford, permanent, full-time, closing date, June 30th. This role is advertised as part of our BBC Extend program. For disabled people, to apply, you should identify as dead.
How can you know if you're dead?
No, you just have to identify as dead. Why are you doing any work today? I identify as dead. How am I meant to do any fucking work?
Okay, I identify as a Biden voter. You're right.
Jeez.
X-ray
Disabled or neurodivergent.
I'm glad they did dead first over disabled and neurodivergent.
Disabled, neurodivergent, or dead.
Or dead. And dead came first. What does that say about disabled or neurodivergent? How do you come on dead? What the fuck?
I'm
offended by that.
Yeah, it's like if you identify as dead, we hold that in high regard than neurodivergent or
Holy
disabled.
Shit. As Drinker said, explains a lot about the BBC.
Oh yeah.
Samuel Ayrton for $49.99. I thought Kenobi would have started with him as a PTSD victim, drunk in Mos Eisley, mixed up with gangsters, and needing a proper call to action. Then when we hear "You'll never find more wretched hive of scum and villainy," it would truly resonate. Yes. I think we all thought Ben Kenobi would be broken. Mine was like an old Western, and he's basically there and he has to do some fucked up things to protect Luke. Like there's a couple of instances where, you know, people are hunting for Luke for whatever reason. You make up a reason. Or he might accidentally get found out and Ben has to do some very un-Jedi things. And that's why he becomes Ben Kenobi.
Yes. He doesn't feel maybe worthy of the name.
Yep. And it should have absolutely been a Western, like just shot like a Western, treated like a Western.
Well, you could have like, you know, something they got to do throughout the season. Then he needs like the help of a bounty hunter, right? But he has to be careful, make sure he doesn't show off his lightsaber at any point, and try not to use the Force ever. And maybe this bounty hunter could get to be, you know, go through a couple of scrapes and actually become pretty on the level. And the bounty hunter just says like there's so many offers these days that are actually hard to get to because of the competition. Like, and then they could get onto the topic of what's happened with the Jedi. There's so many contracts out now for all the Jedi that have run around all over the place. And to be honest with you, bit scary going after them because those fuckers can just grab you by the throat and all this stuff that could happen. That you could you imagine the fucking potential of him talking about that subject with someone who's hunting them? And then I was thinking, like, at the end of the season, to save the bounty hunter from some whatever, he uses the Force, and then the bounty hunter's like, "What the fuck?" And then he has to make a decision. You know, like, what are you going to do about this? It's just the kind of things we could have done. And it's funny because it's like, oh, so just invent some random character instead of having Leia and Luke throughout the whole thing or whatever. I was like, we don't even need, like, why come?
Dude,
because we know why they needed Leia, because they needed to stick a chick in it.
Yes, that's exactly it. And it, like, wow, sounds like a broken record because it is.
You couldn't have the white
Disney's
guy
a fucking
looking after
broken.
the white. It is.
You can't. It's a broken record that they won't stop fucking playing. Like, we're just pointing it out. But even with Reva, right? Oh. When she's down there in the sand after she finds out Luke, if Ben would have killed her right there and then, that would have changed the entire show. They had a chance. That would have made it great, but it would like. I
can't let you live. I can't let you live.
Yeah, you know, like.
And then she says, "Oh, it's fine. You missed all my organs, even though you melted them. This is the third time I've been speared with a lightsaber."
Gary, do you remember when A Hole in the World, when Wesley, Shells, I think. Wesley finds out the gun knew what was happening. They didn't tell anyone. And he even says, like, I actually understand signing, and I understand not wanting to lose your brain powers and stuff. I understand, actually, that moment of weakness. And then he says, what I don't understand is you had more information than any of us when it was happening, and you didn't tell anybody. And then he stabs him. The kind of thing, it's like, that's like the kind of perfect tone you can have for Obi-Wan to be like, you've clearly had a rough life. You've come a long way, made all these decisions, but you know who Luke is, and you know where he is. Lightsaber comes on, you know? It's just like, I can't let you live.
Yeah. There could have been really some fun things to play with. There could have been a really cool introspective with Obi-Wan thinking about his failure with Anakin and going over that in his head and going to those flashbacks and seeing where he could have, you know, where were the signs? Why did I fail? How could I have prevented this? Almost torturing himself. There were lots of clever ideas that you could have gone. They literally went the window licking fucking retarded route. Like I said, I think it was Kenobi. It was Kenobi that just made people sad.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's a crazy history. There'll be books about it eventually. The several chapters. And I don't know what the Acolyte chapter would be concluded with, but it certainly feels like things slightly change with each one that comes out.
Remember Kathleen Kennedy called it the rematch of the century.
Oh,
she did.
Fucking hell.
That Kathleen Kennedy, who's last time I checked, still in charge at Lucasfilm.
I just remember people saying, like, before the show came out, there's going to be like 3 Obi-Wan Vader duels. It's like, how the fuck? Why? They're going to fight in some cheap quarry.
Have you come to hunt me down, Obi-Wan? You followed me!
Yeah.
You fucking spacker!
Dude, that's still, I don't know if it beats out for me, Vader arriving at the quarry, getting his lightsaber out, Obi-Wan sees him, and then just goes,
I know, fuck this shit, I'm out.
Now again, Obi-Wan. Oh, he's gone again.
Stop being a pussy, man.
Oh, God, that fight was so painful as well.
You just hear from the distance, go away.
Yeah, I don't want to play.
Oh,
you're mean.
Remember when Reva just knew that Anakin was was Darth Vader?
That show stole the payoff of Obi-Wan Kenobi realizing Anakin was still alive or finding that information out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
How special you can make that moment in whatever show you make. And they did what they did. Remember that goofy fucking Inquisitor?
Oh, God, that came back from the dead.
Yes.
Yeah, multiple stomachs, man.
Yes.
Reva.
I can't even. He's the one from the fucking Rebels as well, isn't he?
Yeah. Put on some weight.
His face
like Thrawn.
Squashed out a bit.
Yeah. Just like Thrawn. They went on the same fast food bender together. Like, hey, we won, guys, we won. Now we lost. Let's eat. Why does Disney piss on Yoda's legacy, Jason D? They piss on
everybody's
legacy.
Got a big piss hose.
Mrs. Nerdrotic's in the chat. Who gave you a wrench?
I did, obviously.
Oh, what? Sparta Chris for $20 says, something I realized while watching Empire Strikes Back 2. Yoda is about 900 years old then. He says he was training Jedi for 800 years. How can he do that if Disney Star Wars depicts Yoda's species aging slowly? It makes no sense. Apparently, I guess they age really fast in the final 50 years.
When they hit puberty, it's like boom,
on.
It's downhill from there. He hit the wall.
Yeah. Can't shut them up. They just
Well, remember the Mandalorian show, it made the mistake of saying the Baby Yoda was having cogent thoughts, was sentient and conversing with Ahsoka, but also ate the young of the frog creature.
Yes.
Which makes you just go like, whoa.
He's a psycho.
What the fuck? But that's the thing. He pretends. He eats it. He's like, oh, goo goo gaga, I'm a baby. Yeah. 100%.
Oh, no. Baby Yoda's drunk all the milk.
That's still the best, dude.
It's just, you ain't going to get better than that at explaining the Mandalorian.
Yeah, the only way the Mandalorian gets good is if Baby Yoda's like Baby Herman from Roger Rabbit, dude. He's like, he actually has a cigar, and he's like, check that dame out. She's got a nice ass. Boom, 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 boom. Nobody wants Roger Rabbit.
I don't play with animals, Gary. Okay, I'm an adult.
Jesus Christ. Some greatest movies ever made. All right, where was I? Gatekeeper for 100. That guy sucks on pear. Oh, that guy on peers. I was like, he sucks on pears? No, that guy sucks on peers.
There's just some super chat being like, you know, that guy totally sucks on pears, man.
Oh, God.
Weird proclivities.
We all knew that about that guy.
Pear sucker.
Not wrong with sucking on a pear, mate.
A pair of pears?
A pair of some things.
Well, I guess they both actually do. Attacking your character. I apologize.
I apologize.
I don't know anymore.
Wow.
I apologize. I'm a huge fan, and I've said it before. I'm not brown nosing. My skin's naturally this color. I wish you safe travels, good health, and continued success. Love you guys. We love you too, Gatekeeper. Thank you very much. I could give a fuck what those two idiots say. They both like if they're in there for. I think you got to have an opposing point of view. I think Pierce has them there because they're clowns, and they're bad take machines. I'm not worried about it.
It's entertaining.
It is, but I've got something locked and loaded. Next time I talk to the one guy who has a book that's basically says cancel culture doesn't exist. I got something for him. Matt for $20 because of the leftist brain rot. Anything normative is fascist, like the nuclear family or typical gender roles. It's LARPy nonsense. Off subject now. Anyone familiar with Run Ronnie Run with David Cross and Bob Odenkirk? No,
I never watched that. No.
Oh. But the term leftist, it gets applied to it's usually elitist Hollywood bubble people. It's the bubble people in Hollywood. They are they're still around. They're always going to be around, but it's like they're just becoming more memeable at this point. It's pretty cringe, and it makes life easier for all of us. It's laughable now. It's not a point where I don't get when I was watching Acolyte, I didn't get angry at any point. I was just what the fuck? Holy shit. Patrick Curry for $49.99. Despite the Acolyte's critical evils of queerness and diversity, my gay Castro dwelling family member didn't even get through the first episode. I guess even gay people are now hateful fascist bigots, ruining Star Wars just like me. Hail BBC and the chat. This is a show made for nobody. Thank you for the $49.99. As I've said before. Those
So
same
imagine
people.
having a fucking gay family member being like, "This one's for you." Like, what?
Why'd
Hey,
you hate me?
Why do you hate me? Yeah.
On that note, I have got to jump out. By the way.
Okay.
I assume we're relatively close to the end.
We're relatively close, but if you got to bug out, you got to bug out.
Yeah, I've told someone to be somewhere else. So
Sure, no problem.
But hey, it's been a pleasure, lads.
Yeah.
And,
thanks, brother.
Have a good rest of the stream, and see you for, I guess, House of the Dragon next time, probably, right?
House of the Dragon. See you Sunday.
Az, watch it, you bastard.
Watch it, Az.
Okay, bye.
Bye. MauLer, ladies and gentlemen, the great MauLer, the long man, the founder of the long. Founder of the long. Yeah, we're gonna wrap up soon. Az, you good? You all right?
I got a couple of minutes.
Okay. Aruka Fire for 50. I recommend to cleanse your brain from Star Wars to watch season 3 premiere of Shorzy tomorrow. The only good thing to come out of Canada besides X-Ray Girl. Oh,
I can kill him.
Hey.
there you go. Ian So Forth is gifted 10 Nerdrotic memberships for 50. Thank you very much. The Salt Merchant for 20. I missed your House of the Dragon discussion stream, but I wanted to throw in my 2 cents. Well, it's still on. It's on the channel. You can look at it whatever you want. We kept it up. I think Eamon let everyone believe, Eli, that he meant to kill Lucerys because...
Wait. Are you giving away spoilers again?
Are you not? Are you going to watch the show? Plug your ears. Well, it's not spoil. It's something that's already happened.
No, but he doesn't know about what happened.
Okay.
At all.
All right. If he's going to watch it, then I'll shut up. My bad. Here, all right. So,
he can't hear us.
okay, he meant to kill the series because he didn't want to admit he couldn't control his dragon and stop it. Yeah, the Salt Merchant. That's what we mentioned in the stream. Tell Az it's good, but I think that's the best way to go, and we'll never know. We'll never know. Az will never know.
Okay.
Az will
About
never
the man
know.
tits.
About the man tits. Yeah, that's all it was.
Oh no.
Eamon showed off his
Whatever will I
man
do?
tits while he was on the back of a dragon. So Duke Devil 95 on the Streamlabs side for $25. We know Nurse What is breaking all sorts of records on low viewership. But did you know that Dr. Shooty broke his crying streak this week? I thought he did. I have to go back and look. Came close twice. Go on, Mom.
I was told that he cried.
Yeah,
I was told that he cried.
I saw tears, but a hug from Kate and pep talk from Mel staved off the tears. Wow, such gravitas by Dr. Shooty or Nurse What. Thank you. Legalized Adulthood for $20. So I'm so glad I'm not watching this garbage. Pyramids of Mars is one of my all-time favorite Doctor Who stories. It's for Tom Baker, top 5. It's top 5. It's Minnie's favorite, by the way. Minnie. Sarah Jane being awesome. The Doctor using his wits to solve the problem. That's what he usually does. Top tier bad guy, 100% evil. So good. I know. I have a couple of action figures of that. Maybe more than a couple. Bung Wires has gifted 5 Nerdrotic memberships for $25, and Best Name I Can Think Of has gifted 5 Nerdrotic memberships for $25. This is so thank you. This is possible spoilers. Let me pre-read it before I ruin anything.
Yeah, there's probably spoilers in here.
Yeah,
For,
Az, take off your headphones.
Az, take off your headphones.
Okay. Nino Wesley for $20. Since we are able to hear the deed during the blood and cheese scene as opposed to the clean cut like in the books, do you guys think that's why Helena covered her ears when that name is wrong? And was decapitated in season 1?
That's why I was like, I wasn't sure, but hey.
Maybe well, they okay. So what she foreshadowed the scene like 3 or 4 times.
Oh yeah. That's what it's hinting.
Oh, Vayman. Yes. Okay. It took me a second. So season 1. Yeah. Yes, I think so. Okay. Tell Az is back. Tell Az is back. Yes. That was a good scene, by the way.
Yeah, it was.
I forgot she did that.
Still
John
fucking talking.
No, I said nothing.
No,
I said
there's no spoil. We didn't spoil it. More man boobs.
yeah.
Damn.
It was about man boobs. Joe Smith for $20. Is anyone else praying we get to see these thread eye matrices? I said mattresses. Matrices. The thread eye is good though. Whip out some light scissors before the Androlite is over. What a joke. No secret emails of support. We all need to rise up and shut this trash down. Yes. As
they're doing all the heavy work for us.
They really are. Like, I mean, quite frankly, one of the easier videos to make.
I know, which is so ironic because women hate heavy lifting. Want to see a feminist to fucking do a 180? Put something heavy in front of her.
Yeah. Put her up for the draft.
Oh, could you just go?
Would you like a sandwich? How do I say this name? Azion 651. Azion 651 for $20. Thank you very much. Here you go, sir. Heard about Disney and Looper talking shit about you and Drinker for the dumpster that was the Acolyte. Keep doing what you're doing. Hope nothing comes of it. Nothing will. Oh, they deleted it. And thank you for the $20. Sorry, I screwed up your name. They deleted it. And I don't know why. I never got a chance to. I saw it only after the fact, but I'm guessing they thought better of what they said. Not that I was going to do anything about it other than point it out on Twitter.
No, but Adam, just imagine if you decided to.
Yes, because it's.
I mean, you could ask your lawyer as regards to defamation because they make a hell of a fucking leap. And if they say something like that, they have to prove it. The burden of proof is on them.
Looper is owned by Static Media. Owns and promotes entertainment websites like Looper and many others. A corporate entity. Lot different than an individual. We'll find out with the Gina stuff how much different, but I just threw up a tweet.
You see the channel? Nobody watches it. 5.71 million. They get like 6K views on the video now.
Yeah, that's weird. I mean, they used to do Watch Mojo stuff, and there used to be a place for that on YouTube many years ago. So maybe they got more traction back then. Adam Zillen for 2,000 yen. I'm sending this because Exodagul almost never gets a word in anywhere in these streams because Nerd and Az keep dominating the conversation. So Exodagul, what do you think about lesbian commie space switches? Anyway, next super chat.
She's not allowed to speak.
Wow, I get a word in when I want to. I don't want to all the time.
She's the producer. She's not a host, technically.
So what are your thoughts on the commie space switches?
Oh, I think they look like a CW show. Like I just wouldn't expect to see witches in Star Wars.
Like this.
No, it's really stupid.
Well, they had the Witches of Dathomir. I mean, like there's other witches that are from the EU. But if you're just like a movie fan, this is gonna be.
It seems so unnatural.
Yeah, and haven't read a book or comic. Yeah, it's gonna be like
you're gonna be like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah. Prime Wolf 20. A friend of mine messaged me the other day to tell me he was officially done with Disney Star Wars. I checked out after B.O.B. Why am I not knowing B.O.B.? Book of Boba Fett. Okay, Book of Boba Fett. That's one I almost forgot about. But he hung on because of faith. We were the nerds buying lightsabers and toys. Episode 3 finally broke them. Yeah, the people they've been pissing off. I used to have a massive Star Wars collection. Fucking huge. as massive Star Wars collector.
Once upon a time.
Once upon a time.
Not no more.
Not anymore.
I think my Obi-Wan Kenobi arrived yesterday. 1-in-6 Obi-Wan, Clone Wars Obi-Wan. Been on pre-order for like two and a half fucking years.
Jesus.
I think I've only got one Star Wars thing on pre-order, and that's it. That'll be last bit of stuff done.
I got rid of my figures I had since I was a kid.
Oh, I'm going to be plating and getting rid of them. Yeah. When I get around to it, yeah. They're just waiting in storage to be sold off now.
At this point, like the Doctor Who collectibles are dead.
Oh,
like totally dead. You can't give them away now. You can't give them away. Completely dead. Simon for 20 euros says, "Keep going, you absolute bellends." Hell yes. Mars Bars has gifted 5 Nerdrotic memberships for $25. Thank you very much.
I'd love a Mars bar.
I know. I was going to say that sounds good. We don't. You have them over there still.
Yeah. Oh, John, I can send you some over.
Yeah.
Wait, you don't have Mars bars here?
They're around, but they're not like you'd have to go to a specialty place. They're
I'll bring them next time.
Yeah. They're not around that much. Legalized Adulthood, this is the last one of the day, has gifted 20 Nerdrotic memberships for $100. I'm glad you thought that was funny. What?
Oh, Vara Dark and Alyssa Mercante have been active. Well, it looks like Alyssa Mercante has unblocked Vara again so she could DM her so that she could block her again after she's DM'd her.
Yeah, that's what she does.
And Vara's just put the conversation again.
And what does it say?
Because Vara did a video on Alyssa because Alyssa was reviewing the new Elden Ring DLC and decided, because it's Alyssa Mercante, to make it all about her and be like, oh, yes, I know how they feel, being so repressed and just being such a beacon of hatred, blah, blah, blah. So Vara did a video on it. Alyssa unblocked Vara so she could send her a DM saying, when are you going to stop obsessing over me, girl? Just curious. And then Vara replies with, whatever could you possibly mean? I'm simply doing my job, which is talking about the gaming industry and those within it. I don't know how covering angry misogynists, in inverted commas, is in an article relates to your Elden Ring DLC, so I covered your article. I was thinking about taking a page out of your playbook and doing a review on Shadow of the Erd Tree, where I talk about how I relate to the Tarnished, because they also breathe. If you just did your job, and stopped writing about things that don't relate to games, maybe you wouldn't receive so much backlash. Gamers don't want to read about your narcissism.
Good job, Ryan.
You're back on block, Clara.
You're back on block.
You're back on block.
And I promise you, our FNT was hit probably because of Alyssa and Chrissy. She decided to appear on the show. Like she begged to come on, right? Totally begged to come on. Hail Chrissy Mayer, by the way.
Oh, you fought it.
You know what? We would have hit 20,000 if Shad didn't talk about fucking Twilight. I checked it out, dude. So I was looking at the StreamYard numbers, but the YouTube numbers, we were 30. We were 32 away. 32 people away. Starts talking about
gay vampires. Unbelievable, man.
You son of a bitch. Twilight ruins everything. Nah, it was great. It was awesome. Thanks everybody for being there. We had a good time. We got Little Platoon on Friday. That'll be fun. So that'll wrap it up for today, live from Greensboro, North Carolina.
North Carolina.
What do you got coming up, X-Ray Girl? Fascinating.
I'm gonna sleep. Because apparently I haven't slept enough.
Go sleep.
I will. It'll be great. I'm around. I might stream. We'll see.
Yeah.
Good things.
Awesome.
Cool.
Big gulps, huh?
What?
That's what I heard.
Az, what do you got coming up?
Tomorrow, my Acolyte episode 4 review will come out. And also Ripping the Silverback, 7:30 UK time, 1:30 Central time. And I believe tomorrow is going to be the spoiler talk of Yaira with the Soskas. So that's going to be on Eric's channel. Tune into that. And Thursday, I will probably be playing Elden Ring leading into the expansion on Friday, which I'll be playing the shit out of.
Cool.
Oh, by the way, no nooner tomorrow.
No nooner tomorrow because I'll be traveling. Chris already knows. I apologize. It'll be back next week. Yeah.
Bigger ratings for us.
There you go. Watch Jazz. My Acolyte review, if you can even get a video out of the fucking episode, will be out on Thursday. If I can't, it won't.
Gary, as long as it's over 8 minutes, I don't care.
I'll make it 8 minutes and 1 second. Okay. I'll make it 8 minutes and 1 second. It will be fucking short. Yeah, then House of the Dragon on Sunday, Friday Night Heights with Little Platoon. And I'll be home soon. I miss my dog, my new dog, Remy.
Hey.
Maybe
no, Remy.
Yeah, little Remy. Hopefully she hasn't destroyed the house. That would
New puppy energy.
I'm going to eat some lunch. And there'll be a watch party tonight for the Acolyte. Hey, that rhymed.
That kind of rhymed, yeah.
Oh, it's dinner time. Well, that's kind of dinner.
Hi, Melissa.
Hi, Melissa.
They say hi.
You.
She says hi. It's Illuminati o'clock. It's 3:33 here. So, yeah. So, thanks to the Nerdrotics. Thanks to everyone who left a super chat and donation. You help keep the lights on. Thanks to the lurkers. Thanks to everyone who participated in the chat. We will see you next week on Az's channel for the Real BBC. Till next time. Ciao, Bella.
Bye.
Bye.